And
You know, they're just
Nate
gonna get
James, do you want to give it a
whatever's
2.0 go for the introduction? Since you failed miserably last week.
Bro, I'm blanking hard as fuck. Honestly.
Wait, who were you talking to, me or Nate James?
Nate James.
Okay. Well, I heard the James, so that's it.
He started doing the intro last week, and then he blanked out.
Everyone was quiet, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll go.
Want to try
and
it
then
again?
I fucking fritzed out.
Then I fucking fritzed out there, bud.
Rated 5 stars on iTunes.
Rate us 5 stars on iTunes there, bud.
Yeah, have Schroeder go for it.
You want to do the intro?
Yeah.
Schroeder likes doing the intros.
I do.
Count us down.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure I got this right. Yep, everything's good.
28, 64,
Okay,
108,
5.
4.
Yep.
1.
108.
Go.
I mean, well, go, everybody, go.
Ah, shit. Fuck.
I've gone.
There we go.
Ah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome. Level 46 of the great, the amazing level. Is it 47?
Yeah, I know, right?
No, it's 46.
46.
Oh, is it 46?
46
Still, it's
of the Level Unlock podcast. Yeah, that thing. Wah, wah, wah.
It's up,
And we
ladies
are-
and gents.
It is up and good, and we are here with the amazing, the illustrious Captain Geach, Mark.exe, Nate James, People I Hate Studio, and yours truly, Splash Screen Gaming.
I like
Yo.
how, Jeff, I like how you go, you say everyone's, like, you know, online name, and then you just say Nate James.
'Cause I'm not gonna lie, I have a hard time pronouncing that sometimes.
YF Kitsune.
Yes, YF Kitsune.
What do you say?
I want to
don't
say
have
it
a
like
name
I
or
want to say it
something?
the way that James says stuff in
Fucking
Japanese. Yeah.
Japanese.
YF Kitsune.
YF
How do you-
Kitsune?
Yes, YF Kitsune.
No, like an animated voice he's talking about.
YF Kitsune.
Oh!
Plus on my
Oh,
screen,
okay, all right. I'll do
on
my
my screen it
Yakuza
says
voice.
Nate James.
I'll do my
But
Yakuza.
YF Kitsune also here.
Do you want me
Hello?
to do my Yakuza voice real quick?
Do it.
Saying his name. Okay, so hold on. I have to get
don't know if-
ready. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right.
Actually streaming right now.
You guys talk a little bit for a sec.
I don't even think I'm streaming right now, honestly. I got
I
a little
don't think
pop
you
up.
are either.
No, I got a little pop up that said my key was expired.
Hello, viewer. I don't know who you are.
Oh well, I'll fix
Probably
it.
yourself.
Anyways,
I'm not even watching myself, you nerd.
I like
there
it.
it is.
There we go.
YF Kitsune.
Yes, we need to record that and make that a
Make it with
that one
someone
of
like-
your alerts.
Yeah, when
When you
somebody,
get a subscriber or something.
yeah. Wakacha!
YF Kitsune.
I am 11 away from fucking 50.
Sa-
I need to
Good job,
Oh, super close, man. You'll get there.
Sa-
I have faith in your ability to do these things. So, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I just need to get blessed like last time and have like 12 random people come in and hang out.
Yeah,
Hashtag Papa
that's
Bless.
nice.
It can happen.
Yeah, it can happen. You just gotta believe in your heart and your mind and your soul.
But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, welcome everyone. We got a lot of stuff today. A lot of video
Yeah, we got
game news, a lot of
news.
movie news, a lot of movie trailers dropped this week.
Yay.
A lot did actually.
Yeah.
Technically only 3,
Mhm.
but if you count that a lot, then that's a lot.
Who counts 3? Well, I guess. Okay, hold on. I guess like you can count 3 as a lot if it's like heroin. I've done 3
I only did it
heroin.
3 times.
I've done
Exactly.
3 heroin.
It's
I've only
more
done
than a
3
few.
drugs: heroin, meth, and crystal meth. No, heroin, meth, and PCP.
A couple.
Not a lot. It's only 3.
We actually have a video game movie
Yeah,
that's
we-
coming out.
Oh,
We
God,
do?
It's probably gonna be bad.
We do have an actual video game movie. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. It's not based on a movie. It's not based on a game either, which is
That's
actually
not-
kind of cool. So it's an original idea.
What is it, like Paperboy?
You'll see. We'll talk about it.
Paperboy.
We got a special invitation to the Video Game Awards, which we'll talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah, my buddy Ninja, he invited me.
He did. He invited us all.
Came over. They had pizza and
Yeah, Ninja was like, "Yo, do you want to come to the video game awards with me?" And I go, "Yeah, if only the rest of my crew can come too." And he's like, "Sure."
like, why would you even ask that? Like, you already know.
we have a birthday that happened this past week, a 25th birthday, that is. Anybody
Still
know?
a bitch.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah,
well,
yeah, I know.
25th birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not of a person.
It's not
of
of a person.
thing.
It's of a company.
It's of a company,
thing.
of a console that started a generation of CDs.
No, it didn't.
Well, it didn't
wasn't
start
the
it, but
first.
evolutionized it. AKA the PlayStation 1 had its 25th anniversary birthday, which we'll talk about here.
Wasn't Sega the first one to have discs?
Yeah,
Well, okay, all right. Hold the
Jaguar?
phone. Hold the phone. Well,
Sega CD.
The Jaguar was the Jaguar used cartridges. There was a
Oh.
CD-based add-on for the Jaguar that made it look like a toilet. But if we want to get technical, the first CD-based console was the Nintendo PlayStation, the CD-based add-on for the Super Nintendo that never came out. Then Nintendo decided to go with Philips, to to make like a CD-based add-on for the Super Nintendo.
Oh God.
And that's where the CDI came from. But yeah,
Because
that's
you're very pink.
he's very pink.
I know you're colorblind,
Yeah.
so you probably can't tell, but you are pink as hell.
Yeah, we got that. We got a big streamer creating his own TV show, which is kind of cool.
That's
Mark
not-
will talk about that.
It's not cool.
It's not?
It's anti-cool.
We got some Persona things that James will talk about in
Yeah.
the Minecraft server.
Persona.
But anyways, guys. So before we get to the people with a lot of news for the week, who has very little? Myself, I didn't do anything other than play Call of Duty. I'll go first.
Literally everything you're about to say is probably what I did too.
Yeah.
Am I the only
Um,
one that's had a real week?
Mark said he has some news.
Oh,
so
Mark.
that's why.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, Mark.
So yeah, myself, I did nothing. Played Call of Duty. Had my only one and only game I'll ever get. I had 36 kills last night in one game, which I will never come close to getting half of that ever again in my life.
You never know that. You know, you might play with a bunch of babies.
Maybe. I honestly don't even know what happened in that game. Just fucking. And then I was telling them, Mark, the next game I had like 5 kills, 4 kills. It was fucking shit.
Yeah, we didn't do too well.
No. I think the
You
one
go up
one
against
game I
those
had
killers.
I think my KD.
My KD.
I had twice as many deaths as I had kills. I think I had 40 deaths in one of the games.
My KD.
Yeah, that was
So
pretty
proud
bad.
of you.
Yeah, I died 40 sometimes, which was like 10 times more than anyone else on my team.
Fuck.
That's my run and gun mentality, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all I did. Didn't do much of anything. Went Christmas shopping, got broke, and going Christmas shopping.
But did you
That's pretty
get
much about it.
woke?
I did get woke.
Got
Broken
woke.
woke.
Broken woke.
What about you, Shreds?
Not much. Just worked and
Watched the fight last night.
yeah, I watched
How was
3
that?
fights last night.
3 fights.
I couldn't name any of the people. I
It's
went
a
over
big
to my buddy's
boxing
house.
fight.
Yeah, one of them was a big boxing fight, and then I think it was like 2 MMA fights.
But we
One of the
already had the biggest boxing fight in the century. Logan Paul,
Logan Paul
versus
KSI.
KSI too.
Oh. I don't know.
Which
but
they
it's crazy.
still haven't fucking released the numbers for that thing.
Which
Yeah,
means
it
it
still
probably
blows
was
my mind.
which means it probably was underwhelming.
Yeah, they haven't released the numbers to say how it did, which sucks.
No, so just a quick insert. Because I listened to Paul's podcast and he had the owner of DAZN pop on, and it just blew out every number of any pay per view fight in probably the last 10 to 20 years. Like
Well, they said it
was
did
high.
really good. I just want to know like the actual like statistics. Like
Mhm.
the last fight with the first fight with KSI, they had the numbers out like 2 days later.
Pixar
This one, not this one. They don't.
Pixar
What?
didn't happen.
Did you do anything else, Schroeder?
Not really. I find I don't know. I've just been sleeping a lot. I don't know what the deal is. I feel
It's that
fine,
time of
but
the
I'm
year.
just- maybe I get home and I sit down and I start watching a couple YouTube videos and then I'm asleep like 20 minutes later.
How's the weather?
gorgeous. I'm actually getting
That's
a little
good.
annoyed because I work and then I come home and I sleep and then I wake up and I sleep and then I go to work.
That's good.
So I'm not getting really to enjoy it, but uh,
Good old
yeah,
Florida weather.
yeah. But I did find down here there is a pinball, like arcade.
Yo.
There's like this arcade I found that you can leave and come back. It's got a wristband type idea. There's also these things called barcades that float around down
barcades
here.
are cool.
Yeah, it's an arcade that's a bar.
Nice.
Arcade. It's fucking sweet. Yeah, you just have a good time and.
Walker, think of like a Dave and Buster's minus the food.
We're getting a round 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
round 1.
But I found that down here. It has a bunch of old school,
So like Playport?
kinda. Yeah,
kinda cool.
except a lot brighter and a lot nicer.
Yeah.
It's got like
fucking,
hardwood floors and nice
shady.
red brick walls. Yeah,
fucking
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Playport's dark as shit.
Oh, I love
It
it.
is.
Because it reminds me of the old arcades. Like the arcade in the mall.
Yeah.
like, you remember
I
the
don't like it.
smell-
It reminds me of. I feel like I'm on a laser tag. Like,
Yeah, when you're in there.
of course, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to
I
get
don't
jumped.
like the vibe in there.
Or
I know, like there's a creepy gay person in the corner type thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
That's kind of
it's
cool.
a cool place, but I don't care for the decor in that place unless they change it. But other than that, not too much. Just that.
What about you, Nathaniel?
Anything, I'll let you know.
I played games. I got fucking wasted last night for my 22nd.
Hey.
Yes, when I said there was a birthday, I also meant your birthday, just so we know.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Not a whole lot else. I mean, nothing exciting. I've been playing some Halo. Halo's been fun.
Halo's
That got
been
released.
great.
Like, mind you, I can agree it's kind of terrible optimization as of now, but I give them like a 2 to 3 week grace period for a game that was never intended to go anywhere but Xbox. So it's to be expected. There's going to be some issues. Other than that, I re-downloaded Saints Row 4. I played that a little bit. That was
Nice.
fun.
You guys have you as a group been playing that Halo?
Yeah, it's free on fucking what's it called?
Game Pass.
Xbox.
Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah, it's only like $15 too, or not free, but 15 gigs.
Yeah,
it's small.
fairly
well,
small.
because it's just Reach right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Mm.
I'm not a
Alright.
fan, but I was never a fan of Reach. I like number 3, but I know
I'm waiting for
it's
the-
not bad. Custom games are way more fun to me than the actual
Oh
real
yeah.
game.
Well, that was always the
personally, on
appeal.
that one.
Forge mode was always the appeal of Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we played that. What was that? That fucking dodgeball thing or that
Griffball?
whatever, the Griffball. That was fun.
Griffball, yeah,
Griffball's
Griffball's
great.
wild.
So when are we joining the league, guys? When we join the
We
Griffball
can
league?
make.
Oh, it's only on
It's-
Xbox though. We all need Xboxes.
We'll just make a PC. We'll make a PC league.
There you go. Make
I'll
it happen.
I'll load up my Game Battles account now.
Sick. But other than that, I started the overhaul of smart homing my room and my downstairs and everything. So that's neat. I'm trying to think of anything else I did because I didn't do a ton.
Should contact all these companies like, listen, fuckers, I'm the smart home expert at Best Buy. If you want me to sell your product, give me a bunch of this shit for free.
Just give me free shit. Hell yeah.
I can't sell it if I can't utilize it and practice with it, right?
true.
So like my genuine consent. Let's try that again. My genuine consensus so far is, mind you, it's kind of unfair to pair these guys because one's 1100 lumens compared to 800 lumens, but the one that I'm currently using, that's for my main light source right now, is the LifeX 1100 watt bulb. I think the colors are just a bit more like rich than the Sang LEDs, but the Sang LEDs, when there isn't other light pollution, they're fairly nice. They're really good. They're
good.
both great. No, I guess got a what? I heard a noise in my ears. Anyway.
I heard a noise. Too.
I heard it too.
Okay, as long
Shit,
as I'm
echo.
not alone. What the fuck?
Boom, boing.
I don't know what that was though.
But yeah, other than that, quick little shameless plug again. If you like clothes and you like gaming stuff, go check out sosickclothing.co. Use YFKit code YFKit for 15% off site wide. But other than that, I watched some Disney Plus. I've been watching a lot of Ultimate Spider-Man again.
Good show.
It's mainly I fucking Drake Bell plays the fucking voice and I love it.
Yeah, he does.
Did you watch The Mandalorian yet?
No,
More like
don't care.
What?
I
can't wait to see it.
My thing is like I feel like this whole Baby Yoda thing is just super annoying at this point.
Well, no, Ted
I'm
Cruz
so
killed it.
over it.
Ted Cruz killed Baby Yoda, though. So it's
Ted
okay.
Cruz, the Zodiac killer.
Yeah,
killed it?
Ted Cruz killed the Baby Yoda.
Of
Hey
course,
man,
the
it's
Zodiac
fucking
killer.
Disney's
Not the
racking
Zodiac
in.
killer. They're talking about the politician.
No, yeah,
No,
the Zodiac.
yeah,
killer.
the Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, same person.
When I okay,
It
so
was just a meme.
can I sidebar real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good.
When I streamed Sonic Forces last year, one dude or 2 years ago. Fuck, it's been 2 years. There was this one dude in my chat on one of the episodes who just kept talking so much about how Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer, and I loved it.
Nice. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah,
got a
no,
remote-
Disney's fucking racking into money with Baby Yoda though. They're
Dude,
making
okay,
bank
so
off that
They
shit.
would have
I'm
made
sure they
so
are.
much more if they would have released the Baby Yoda toys. Those don't come
Don't
out
worry,
till January.
There's the
Nope.
Baby Yoda Funko Pop coming out though.
There is.
The-
A lot of this
Honestly-
shit's on pre-order, which is hilarious for fucking toys.
For a stuffed animal, yeah.
Yeah.
Like my thing is with Funko Pops, I was never huge like into Funko Pops until I saw a couple from like I didn't see them before, but I guess there's a Spyro one out now that I'm like compelled to buy.
And a
'cause I
Crash Bandicoot
fucking love
one.
Spyro. I saw that one as well. It's like I want to buy all like the original, like the PlayStation One shit because like those ones are dope. I like those a lot.
I always told myself I should have bought all the amiibos. Back when that was the
Those things
fucking
aren't
hot
even like
thing.
relevant anymore.
Amiibo?
The
Yeah, it's
Nintendo characters.
You get a little Nintendo character, and then sometimes they have like
Sometimes they're
This.
cool.
capabilities with the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, like this guy.
Use them in Smash.
Well, like when they released all the
And Fire
special
Emblem.
edition ones, like people were selling those shits on eBay for thousands of dollars, and people were
Mhm.
fucking buying them.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
you got to get the two cannon armed Samus.
I was
Um,
talking to one
Golden
of my
Mario.
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he told me that the whole for Funko Pops, the whole Disney Princess lineup is now worth $15,000.
Probably.
Really?
Fuck.
Yeah, fucking
That's a lot
Brandon.
of dollars.
He collected Funko Pops for quite a while, and he found out that like the whole princess line was worth $15K.
Speaking
Those
of
are
being worth a lot of
insane.
money, do any of you had the original Aladdin VHS with its original case?
No, but I'm thinking of the
Oh,
original
okay.
fucking released.
The original Aladdin with the original case just sold at an auction for $18,000.
Yo, I need to go fucking search through my VHSs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yep. I was like, I fucking had all of those. Jesus Christ. If you have the Little Mermaid case that has the penis in the background,
Mhm.
it can be worth upwards of a couple $100,000.
Yo, I'm about to search the fuck out of my VHS.
Yeah, the
I know
original.
I had
Nate.
two. I had two full copies.
Nate, I know what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just
Fuck-
searching through
fuck-
VHSs.
Fuck playing fighting games. We're gonna go thrift shopping and try to find some VHSs.
Yo, bet. We'll fucking live
Right.
stream it. We'll IRL stream.
Garage sales is where you're gonna
VHS
find
hunting.
those shits.
But yeah, I mean, my week, that was pretty much it. I got a remote starter installed on my car, which has been nice.
I need to get one
Other
of
than
those
that-
in mine.
I finally set up my. I repositioned since last stream again, and then I put up my little mini home theater setup, which isn't much. It's just fucking bookshelf speakers and a. I can't think of the word.
Progress.
Wow. Receiver.
Receiver.
That's it. Wow. Fuck.
There you go. bud.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's been
Sorry, I
that's
couldn't-
been my week realistically. I drank up a lot of White Claws last night, so a little slower today.
the fucking look on your face, James, when I said that. Oh, it was priceless. Oh my god, that was good.
Yeah, because you need a fucking remote start, mister. It's
Just a
probably
fucking
like
eye
87
roll. I could.
It's probably like 87 degrees outside. That is probably one of the most verbal eye rolls I've ever done.
I know. I fucking felt that all the way over here. The second I looked down and I saw it, I'm like, yep.
The loudest
Yeah.
audible eye roll record goes to James Scalzi.
Oh yeah,
That's the one thing I learned from my mom is how to do a good fucking eye roll.
I like it.
She's a professional eye roller.
How about you, Mark? I know you said you had some adventures today in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a good old session of Sea of Thieves. I don't know, I'll tell you a quick story.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Pretty much what ended up happening is I got an Ashen quest. I was like, cool, I'm gonna do this. Went to the island that it had the Ashen captain, got his little 2 keys, and then he gave me a map that brought me all the way down to Ashen's Reach, which is like the southmost island in like the volcano area. So I was like, okay, I'll get there eventually. Did all my shit, sold all that, and then I was like, all right, let's start heading down there. So I started heading down there, and I realized that Reaper chest was along my way. So stopped there, and I just was anchoring up my ship, and then some dude pulls up on me, uh, and then I get a cannon shot on him. He goes away for a little bit, anchors up, so I jump out, gunpowder barrel him. I'm doing it all by myself, so like, this is pretty wild. So I do that, sink his ship, kill him, uh, and then grab the Reaper chest, sell that at an outpost. Then I'm actually going to go to my destination. So I'm fucking going all the way down to Ashen's Reach. It's this entire journey was probably like 20 or 22 clicks. Like it was all.
Fuck.
So by the time I got down there, uh, actually whenever I was on the island, I pretty much had no problems. I got like 2 or 3 items. I didn't get an actual fucking Ashen chest from it, so I was pretty disappointed.
That
It was just
sucks.
the collector's chest. So I started heading back, and then fucking I got Krakened out of nowhere.
Oh fuck.
And, I was like, fuck it, I don't really have anything. I'm gonna take this bitch down. So, you know, I don't know. Fucking 5-10 minutes later, got a commendation for Kraken hunter.
Nice.
Nice, you
Nice.
defeated
There you
it.
go.
Good
Yeah.
shit.
Hell yeah.
Solo Kraken on a sloop.
That's fucking
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
And,
That is what's up.
and
How
just
much-
fished
how,
my way after that.
Fucking, how much did it destroy your ship?
I actually lost my ship after that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
That sucks.
I had to mermaid back to get a new ship, and then I tried going back to find some loot, and it was all gone. So
Yeah, it probably all sank. Yeah, you only have a certain amount of time. Though we still defeated it, though.
Yep.
That's a
yeah,
fucking achievement in itself.
I gotta
It's
do it
said to
10
give you
times
about-
to get the title.
It's said to give you about like 20 to 35K.
Yeah, there's a lot because it all, and then the meat, you crack and
Mhm.
meat or whatever. That's awesome though. That's a killer that you got that.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Like just for casually playing, like there's so many boats everywhere. Like it was
Yeah,
a super
that
busy
picture you
server.
sent, like that fucking, you were at an island and all of a sudden like all these ships just randomly showed up.
Yeah, like 2 ghost ships showed up, and then 2 player ships were there whenever I was trying to get my first voyage done.
You know why? You wanna know why I think more people have been showing up?
Why?
They had
Trying to
that
get their stuff done.
No, they probably had we get a lot more people because of that Xbox One S all digital, the Xbox One SAD edition had Sea of Thieves with it.
Oh, it came for free. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
so there's probably a lot of people that bought it at the 150 price and then started playing Sea of Thieves. So that's why probably it's more populated.
Yeah, because you had that came with Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, and something else.
Makes sense.
I don't know the other game though. That's a good idea. That makes sense. And it's, supposedly they're going to be doing some holiday thing here.
Yeah,
Which
their
Ho,
their
ho,
new
ho,
update, they're
babies.
gonna be doing a lot of cool. I don't know, just quality of life changes for the most part. Like you're gonna be able to sell like your collector's chest and all those stuff to the vendors now.
Oh, nice.
Honestly,
And that
was
game's
the
always
biggest
just a
one.
nice break from every other game because it's so different
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
compared to like all the other games that we usually play. The fucking shooting games and shit.
That's all I really had for my week. Like I've been playing Halo, but I'm god awful at it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
What about you, Jameson?
All right. So,
Strap in, boys.
Strap in, boys. Fire Emblem 3 houses.
been
Major
jamming on that.
shit went down last night. Oh my god.
You finally fuck Claude?
No, not yet. I'm still
Oh.
working on it though. I'm still Claude will be mine. Although I think I'm getting a little closer to Claude. Um so you guys have seen my streams, right, of Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
You know how main character has black hair, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not anymore. He's got green
Oh.
hair and green eyes now. He's a fucking he fucking fused with a god.
Really?
He
Is that part of the
fused-
game?
Yeah, he fused with the god.
Nice.
So now it's just like it's not even a goddamn contest anymore. Like I'm playing this game and I have like 3 characters where it would be like main character dude who just cannot be hit. His stats are just stupid at this point. No one can hit him, so he's just missing, and he hits like a truck. He just one-shots everything. Then I have another guy who has just absurd health, who will just one-shot you no problem. I have another person who's got such high defense and high like armor that even if you do hit him, it doesn't do any damage. And then he doesn't one-shot you, but he'll take you out. Like no problem. It's really good. I cheese the fuck out of it. Big reveal, one of the main characters is bad. One of the main characters is a big bad. So that's cool. Getting ready for war.
Deception.
Yeah, getting ready. One of the characters that leads one of the houses is bad. So it's not Claude, it's one of the other 2.
Is it the lady?
Not saying. You have to watch
Something
the stream.
tells me
you
it's
have
the lady.
you have to watch the stream to find out.
Got you.
YouTube.com/People8Studios. Also been playing Pokemans. Been playing a lot of Pokemans.
I have some news for that if you haven't seen it already later, James.
Okay. That'll be interesting because I haven't seen it. But yeah, so Pokemon's still really good. I'm still having a blast with it. I've taken out I think 3 of the gyms now. So I'm a third of the way there, becoming the Pokemon champion. That game is still great. Raboot, the main character, or my starter is still like top tier SoundCloud rapper. Spit and Hot Fire. I have started a whole new quest in the game where I am trying to make this Magikarp level 100. That is my goal
Yeah,
in
I've
life
seen
now.
that.
Magikarp
Nice.
is going to be level 100. So every time, Walker, you hopped in my chat one
Yep.
time and you go, "Why isn't it evolving? Shouldn't it have evolved by now?" It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been jamming B every time it levels up to stop that.
Yeah, it was like
bastard.
level 40. I'm like
yeah.
pretty sure that's well past the stage of it supposed to evolving.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. But I don't care. It's not evolving into a much better Pokemon. Then I've been playing a little game. What the hell's the name called? It's like something. I don't fucking know.
It's a good game.
Right.
Pop
Rapper.
Scene 2. That's what it's called. This is just off stream. Pop Scene 2. It's made by this dude named Matt Dickey. This dude, God bless him, because he's an indie dev that just makes games. He's just one person making everything on the game. God bless him. But man, is it hot jank trash garbage. I love it. It's my favorite.
Favorite.
He makes so the graphics look like. Did you guys ever play those like old ass like 3D games on like the computer? Like, you know, you needed your Voodoo FX chip and stuff like that. You know, you need some like this is like 1996 level of jank. Character
Oh, yeah.
models look like absolute garbo. Animations are stiff. Especially he also makes wrestling games too, and one about Jesus. He's got such a portfolio, man, of just a wide variety. You got like music one, you got a few wrestling ones, you got Jesus one, you got a war one, one where
Jeebus.
you're in prison. All of them have the same control style. All of them play just like a wrestling game. But it's that perfect kind of garbage, where it's entertainingly bad. So if anyone's interested, if anyone's bored and wants to sink some time into just fucking trash, check out mattdickey.com
Got it.
because they're all free.
Okay.
He's been doing this since, I think it said like 08 or something like that.
Yeah.
So God bless that man. God bless that UK bastard. Last thing is I played a little bit more Death Stranding. What else is there to say? It's fucking great.
Still slaps.
It still slaps. I just don't have. I will play it and then I'll just stop after like maybe like 30 to 45 minutes because I don't have enough time to devote into this game. It's not a pick up and play game. This is a I need to clear my schedule kind of game.
Oh yeah.
I need to so I can just build more fucking roads. Or I might hop across a cutscene that lasts like 2 goddamn hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was my week.
Good shit. Let's dive in to some movie news really quick.
All right, I'm gonna take a nap.
Oh my god, I hate you. Box office really quick. Frozen #1, third week in a row. $34 million. 3 weeks, $919 million. They say by the end of the month, it'll be at $1 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Which makes Disney now have the largest year in cinema history, including inflation. If you don't include Fox, Disney made $9.6 billion.
That's too much.
$2 billion over the previous record that they set 2 years ago. If you include Fox, they made $11.9 billion, which this still leaves out Star Wars. So Disney is on pace to have a $13 to $14 billion year in movies.
That's fucking wild.
That's too
Yeah.
much.
Which is by far the most in history, and they said probably the most that will ever happen in the next 10 to 15 years.
What are they gonna do with all that money?
Who knows?
Buy up another company.
Yeah, probably.
They're gonna buy Sony.
They're gonna increase their monopoly.
Buy Warner Brothers.
Speaking of Disney, Black Widow, the solo movie, released this past weekend, which, if you haven't seen it, it takes place between Civil War and Infinity War. It is not Scarlet Witch, Jesus Christ. It is Black Widow's solo movie by herself.
Wait, it came out?
The trailer came out, yeah.
I was gonna say, you said release. I got real confused real fast.
Sorry, no, my bad. The trailer released this week.
Okay.
A lot of people have mixed feelings because the fact that now we're going backwards in time. Essentially, the movie will take place because you know how they reference Budapest all the time. A large part of it will be her going back to that. So, not the Mandarin. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind here. The Mandalorian, the creator of the show, says that future Disney Plus and Star Wars movies will contain crossovers with this show. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you do. There's a conference going on right now that I didn't know about. CCXP19. It's going on in Brazil. It's a giant Comic-Con that Disney, DC, and a bunch of other companies are at right now. That's actually where the Wonder Woman trailer just launched today, which I'll talk about that in a second. Disney Plus has been downloaded 17 million. Well, it has 17 million subscribers in less than a month, making it the fastest growing streaming network in history.
Nice.
Does that include all the free ones with Verizon?
It doesn't say, but I'm assuming yes.
Okay. So how many do you actually think are paid subscribers?
Probably half. Probably 7 million, maybe.
That's what I would say.
I would assume half. at this Comic-Con conference, Disney released exclusive footage about the Internals, as well as Star Wars, Black Widow, and a bunch of other movies that have yet to be released. Supposedly, the Internals, that trailer will be relaunched to the public later. I'm assuming someone probably recorded it on their phone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you probably could find it. And Disney is releasing a video game movie. Technically, it's Fox.
It's Fox,
But
not Disney.
Fox owns Disney. No, Disney owns Fox. It's called The Free Guy. So essentially, what this premise is, stars Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I've heard of this. Okay.
It looks really good.
And Ryan Reynolds wakes up, his alarm goes off. There's just explosions, people dying, being blown up, places being robbed. In the trailer, a bank teller gets his ass kicked and says, "Oh, just another day, huh?" Yeah, they get back up. Come to find out, Ryan Reynolds is an NPC who has this vision that he's supposed to be more than what he really is. Takes it upon himself to kill one of the actual players. Takes his goggles, put these goggles on, and finds out he's living in a video game. And then from there, he's the hero that this game didn't know it needed. And then it goes from there. So it's a video game movie, not based on any actual video game. It's an NPC who realizes he's in a video game that wants to become a hero. Essentially what it is.
It looks alright. It's probably going to be trash.
Probably.
It's Ryan Reynolds. It's gonna do well.
It's that doesn't mean shit. I don't care if it does well. I'm saying the movie's probably going to be trash.
I don't know. I feel like it might be good.
I love that Fox was able to take a jab at Disney. The trailer starts by saying, "From the company that brought you The Lion King, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast."
Again.
Twice. And then the movie starts. I was like, that's kind of funny that 20th Century Fox was able to do that, which I'm assuming Disney had to give the okay to do, but still, just funny.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying this is a way to hold the people over who were waiting for Deadpool 3 to give Ryan Reynolds something. Who knows if this movie was already in production? I tried to do some research and couldn't find if it was already being done before Disney bought Fox.
Probably. Well, and also you got to think like that whole Disney Fox buyout has probably been going on for years. That's not something you just one day, hey, I'm going to buy Fox. Yeah. Disney, Kevin Feige probably didn't just go, I want to buy Fox one night after talking to his wife. That shit happens over years.
But yeah, so that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, it's true. We'll see what happens with that movie. It'll be interesting. DC, Wonder Woman 1984, that trailer released today.
Man, why are they re-releasing a movie from 1984?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's so dumb.
Hilarious. Because it debuted at that conference, and I was watching it on YouTube. A guy was live streaming the conference, reacting to it.
Nice.
He had 10,000 people watching his stream. In the middle of the trailer, he gets an error. The screen pops up. Stream no longer operating. This stream is in violation of privacy. And all of a sudden, you see the chat just shitting on this dude. Like, we wanted to fucking see the rest of the trailer. This is bullshit. It's like, it's hilarious. So then I quickly moved over to someone else who was streaming it, and I watched it. But now you can just go to YouTube and watch it normal. So, so that released. It's interesting. She uses her whip and rides lightning bolts.
What a gal.
Yeah, isn't that what most people do?
Yeah, they do.
Sounds like a typical Tuesday.
She's in some kind of golden Phoenix type outfit, like armor. For those who do follow that. So that's at the end of the trailer. And it takes place in 1984. So, It's a direct sequel to the original Wonder Woman. I never watched the original Wonder Woman, so I can't say anything about it. But um,
It's
I'm
really
not a
good.
fan of Gal Gadot, but that's just me.
What have you seen her in?
I don't know, a bunch
Nothing?
of random. No, there's been movies. I'm just not a fan of her. I can't think. She's a spy in a movie with Zach Galifianakis and
Well, there's your
the
problem.
dude from Mad Men. I can't remember the name of that. I don't remember what that is, but I'm just not a fan of her.
Maybe she's not a fan
more.
of you.
Yeah, I know she's not. More DC Universe, really quick. Batman and every actor in Birds of Prey. The Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, the greatest title ever, are all contracted for multiple movies.
Tight.
So, the Penguin, the Riddler, all the new characters that have been added.
They got that shit in writing this time. This way they don't have to go through what the Joker just went through.
Yep. Catwoman, the Riddler, the Penguin.
Surprises.
Carmine Falcone, everyone from Birds of Prey, all the new actors are all contracted for multiple movies, and some will get their own spin-offs.
Wow.
It is not said who will get spin-offs
I'll give you a spin-off.
the new Harley Quinn movie, but they are eventually rumored to be intertwined with each other. So, which I'm assuming isn't a bad, because if you think about it, Batman didn't really show up. He was only in the original Suicide Squad for like 10 seconds, and you didn't see his face. So
Some sort of Suicide Squad. That's what he
but
said.
they are all contracted for multiple movies. So I'm assuming they're hoping this Suicide Squad does a lot better than the other one. Last little pieces of DC Universe. The Flash is a go with Ezra Miller. That filming starts in 2021. He is the Flash from the Justice League. They are not changing his character. And Aquaman 2 also begins in 2021. DC Universe will also be rumored they have started writing the Green Lantern Corps. So it's not the Green Lantern himself, but the whole entire group. So, other news, James Bond, No Time to Die, that trailer also released. This is the last James Bond movie with Daniel Craig. If you are a Mad Max fan, the director and writer said number 5 is coming. So do not fret. The filming will start soon, is what he said.
Don't you fret.
Yeah. Ghostbusters 3 has a title. Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is a direct sequel to the original 2 Ghostbusters from the 1980s. They are completely negating the fact that they made an all-woman one. They are pretending like that one never existed.
But it never existed. It was just a fever dream.
The premise is that this story focuses on the children of the original cast, which all the original cast will be in this movie, as well as Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, I guess, is a doctor and a scientist who is obsessed with all the paranormal activity that happened in the first 2 movies, and joins the family and the children of the original crew by basically bringing back the Ghostbusters.
Well, Egon isn't going to be in it.
Yeah, well, he died.
Exactly.
That is set to come out in the summer of next year, which a lot of people are super hyped about. The Invisible Woman is the next movie in the Monster cinematic universe.
Didn't they kill that? Didn't they kill that after the Mummy?
Invisible Woman?
Yeah, the Invisible Woman. The Invisible Man that's coming out next year. The year after that, they're doing the Invisible Woman. They did kill it, but they're trying to redo it by forgetting that the Mummy came out.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but like, just give me the second Dracula Untold, because it left on a fucking cliffhanger that it could go either way.
Yeah. Yeah, The Invisible Woman is the next
Well,
movie in the Monster universe.
That's the point, because it's
that'd be
untold story of Dracula. You know, we don't know
Dracula
the rest
Untold.
of it. The rest of it wasn't told.
it went back into like modern day at the end.
Yeah, but
And
that
then you
part
had
isn't
the
told.
one-
They didn't tell us that part.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to bed.
Stepped away for a second. What?
Don't worry.
They're redoing the Monster Cinematic Universe from like the Universal Monsters, and I was saying like, give me the second part of Dracula Untold. James trolls me. I say it goes back to the beginning of like modern day. Dracula's hanging out somewhere. He's at like a coffee shop or something. He's like walking away, and then you see the one who turned him and then mentored him and then ended up betraying him as well. If you haven't seen the movie, it's been like 5 years. Get over it.
It's not bad.
It's a good movie.
It's a
solid.
fun movie.
I also liked I Frankenstein, and I know.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
No.
I heard that was a weird movie.
It was interesting.
Couple quick last things. I'll get to my list really quick, and then we're done with movies. Fortnite game movie crossover this Thursday. Fortnite, yes, Fortnite is doing in-game special where they are releasing an in-game only trailer of Star Wars that is exclusive for that time only. You have to join the game, go into a match, and there's going to be a custom movie theater that you walk into and you sit down, and it plays the trailer of the movie.
How quickly do you think they'll shut me down if I stream it?
I don't know. It didn't say anything that you couldn't stream it.
Yeah.
I'm about to try to like cop like a couple hundred viewers.
But yeah, this Thursday only. And you have to be in game. Like, yeah, you walk into the theater, in the game, you sit down, you can't fight, you lose all your weapons disappear, and then once the trailer is over, the movie theater disappears and the game resets.
The game is going to get broken that night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. The little things Fortnite does.
I may not like the game, but they do some cool things.
I respect the hustle. Like I get it.
It's definitely this. They definitely had the second best world reset of any massive game.
Yeah.
Right
So,
behind
yeah,
Final Fantasy 14. They did it better.
That's true. I'm only going to do the top 5, but this was a quick list of the most movie mistakes of 2019.
Isn't there only 10?
No, there was way more. I thought there was less. So number 5, Kim Passable.
Kim Passable.
She's
passable.
Stuber, which is
that came out.
What is that?
It's Dave Bautista. He's a cop who basically
he hijacks an Uber driver to help be a cop.
He hijacks an Uber driver to go chase bad guys, and then they become a team.
I saw one trailer for that, and then nothing.
We talked about that about that when Joseph was on the podcast. Holy shit, that was a while ago.
Yeah, the Uber driver essentially becomes Dave Bautista's chauffeur while they fight bad guys. I mean, Midsummer. I don't know what that is. That has 45 mistakes. Avengers Endgame at number 2 has 51 mistakes in it. And the most mistake-ridden movie of 2019 was Captain Marvel with 59 mistakes.
So what do you classify as a mistake?
So mistakes, multiple different aspects where they see something in the background. They go to say something and they do something else. Like for instance, when Nick Fury types the Protector Initiative, that's a newer keyboard than is technically used in that time frame. So in the 19 whatever when this movie came out, the keyboard that Nick Fury was using didn't exist.
Where was he in that scene?
He types the Protector Initiative. That's all it says. It says the keyboard that he was using doesn't exist in this setting.
So my only argument for that is depending where, because I don't remember where he was typing. Because if he was in his office or the helicarrier, doesn't matter. Shield was like 20 years more advanced anyhow.
Yeah. So then there's just a bunch of bunch of different ones. Like let's go to a random one. A factual error in her second encounter with the Supreme Intelligence. Carol's memories jogged by the Earths include a record of "Come as You Are" by Nirvana, a memory that Carol couldn't have possibly have had, as her memory was before Nirvana actually was a band. Things like that.
That one I don't have any fight for that one. They fucked up.
So they little things like that. I don't even want to know like how many times you have to watch a fucking movie to find these things. Like
A
you
good
literally
amount.
have to just sit there and literally like
You have to watch
research
frame by frame.
every fucking part of this movie. And that's someone's job too, which is fucking unreal. I'm gonna skip this top 10 movies of 2019 because I don't know any of these movies. So,
I probably know a few of them because they're all
So I
good.
probably know a decent amount.
little Christmas movie um top 10 list. The top 10 most evil Christmas villains of all time. Number 10, um, Scud Farkus.
Uh-huh.
Christmas. I don't know who that is.
What's he
Christmas
from?
Story.
Okay,
Good
there we
old
go.
Scud Farkas.
A Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that super overrated movie.
Number 9, The Grinch.
I
Number
love The
8,
Grinch.
The Wet Bandits from Home Alone.
What?
Oh yeah.
Um. Number 7, the Burgermeister from what the fuck movie was this? This is like a animated cartoonish Christmas movie. I think it's The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's like one of those Frosty the Snowman or
Yeah, it's like those animated
Rudolph the
movies.
Red-Nosed Reindeer movies
Yeah.
that would play on like CBS and stuff.
But
Yep,
does anyone remember
number-
all of the other reindeer?
There you go. Number 6,
Classic.
Winterbolt from Frosty the Snowman. Number 5, Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Number 4, Ebenezer Scrooge. Number 3, Mr. Potter, who is another version of Ebenezer Scrooge. Number 2, Santa Claus.
Mr.
Ow.
Potter.
Santa's Sleigh.
Oh, is
The
that the
horror
one?
movie.
Yeah, isn't that the one starring Bill Goldberg?
Yep. Yep. Santa Claus is a mad murdering demonic version of Santa Claus played
know
by
this?
professional wrestler Bill Goldberg.
Why the fuck do I know that?
That is fucking hilarious that you know that. And number 1 is Krampus.
You guys seen
From
that
what
movie?
movie?
Yeah, which one?
The new one.
I don't know. I seen one like last year that was pretty fucking metal.
Yeah, there was the newest one that it said.
I'm surprised Merry Xmas wasn't on there. Not Merry Xmas. It's like an it's like an '80s movie that was super terrible, but it was a it was a Christmas movie. Then like Santa was like a murderer or some shit.
Nice.
Ah, so an inferior version of Santa's Sleighs.
Exactly. So that's all I got for movie news. If you guys want to start on the gaming news side of it, Mark, if you want to go do whatever you got, and then I'll throw some stuff
Sure.
in there. And James, you too, or whoever else has anything.
Whomst ever?
I think mine. Yeah, I'll do mine really quick, or at least one of the first things. So Grand Theft Auto Online, the Diamond Casino, they're going to be releasing a heist for it on Thursday, December 12th.
Nice.
Quoting it as the most complicated and rewarding one yet. It's highly replayable with new scenarios unfolding each time. The goal is to breach the vault of the diamond, grab the goods, and exact revenge on some family.
Fucking Ocean's 11 shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beyond that, they don't really say too much.
It's a
They
secret.
say
to
about
everyone.
new features that they're gonna have, but they don't really say too much about the heist themselves.
I'm actually surprised they didn't release the heist when they released the casino, because you figure they would have.
The casino had a lot of content in it already. Not
Makes
gonna
sense.
lie, like there was a lot to it, and
That's cool though.
yeah. So there'll be a cool update on the 12th for Grand Theft Auto Online.
Nice.
Cool.
What else you got?
Looks like Doctor Disrespect is going to be making a TV show with the creators of The Walking Dead. So they're going to be developing a narrative-based series based on the popular alter ego of this character.
So fucking dumb.
They're making a show about Dr. Disrespect. I love it.
Yeah. Reading
awesome,
further
though.
into the article, it doesn't really say too much about it.
It's probably in
Just
the
says
planning
how-
stage.
Good for him though.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Made a marketable
amazing.
character. I can't fault the hustle.
There was a picture out there, if you can look it up. He went to a Golden State Warrior game, basketball game, in
Yeah,
his
dressed-
outfit, and he had his headset on and everything. He did not break character. He literally was sitting in the crowd because he's like 6'9", so he's just sitting there, towering over everyone next to him, and he has his headset on, his glasses, his armored vest.
Yeah, but did
He's
he?
just sitting there.
But did he film in a bathroom?
I don't know.
That's breaking character if you didn't.
That's true. Well, this was before that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just sitting there in the crowd, and where he was sitting, he was on camera quite often. I wouldn't even want to imagine just being the one sitting next to him, looking at this dude like, why is he wearing a gaming headset? And he actually had the mic down like this, and he was just sitting there watching the game.
It's just like that Conor McGregor fight. You know, the dude was live streaming it, but he was pretending to play a video game. Maybe he was secretly live streaming it, pretending to play NBA 2K whatever.
Maybe. Yeah, I was like, that's amazing that he did that. I got something really quick, and then James, you can go. The gaming awards is this Thursday,
It
December
is.
12th.
It is.
We have all been invited, if you have a theater near you, to participate in watching the gaming awards at Cinemark.
Fuck.
Cinemark will
Guys,
be live
let's go.
streaming.
Go. Yes. Let's do it. Let's fucking
Cinemark-
go.
Cinemark will be live streaming to participating movie theaters the full video game awards. You can buy tickets now. You get a cool swag bag, popcorn, drinks, and you can do a jumbo upgrade
Shit.
where you can then watch immediately after the video game awards Jumanji: The Next Level.
Good old jumbo upgrade.
Yeah, only Cinemark theaters are playing this. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's for the first time ever. It'll be live streaming on in movie theaters. So that's awesome. If everyone wants to go, that'd be hilarious to go watch.
If I go to if I go to Tinseltown's website, all it shows for Thursday, December 12th is Jumanji and Black Christmas.
And it's probably too. Erie's probably doesn't have enough. Like in Tucson, there's 7 movie theaters. So
That's
I'm assuming,
low.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Schroeder,
there's
you
only-
probably have a couple.
There's only one movie theater here, so fucking bring it over.
Yeah,
here.
there's a couple around me.
We got goddamn the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Why can't we get a fucking video game?
We got
That'd be
My
awesome.
Hero. Like the
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, we're getting Withering with You. What the fuck?
I don't know. I thought that would be awesome. Okay, someone else can go.
All right, Mark, did you have anything
Okay.
else?
I have a bunch of stuff. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we could kind of alternate.
Yeah.
Mario Maker's getting a new update, version 2.0 update. That is, they're adding a few things. So this is from Nintendo.com, SuperMarioMaker.Nintendo.com. So some of the things that are gonna add is a new stop, please. Is a new item on there, which is the Master Sword, which will turn Mario into Link, and then you can play through the different levels as Link, sword and all, sword and shield and all. Only available in the original Mario maps. They're also adding a dash block for Super Mario 3D World. Frozen coins, just a coin surrounded by ice that you can heat up with like a fire flower or something to open them up. P blocks are finally coming in, along with P switches. So you step on the P switch, it changes the blocks to something different. They're adding Spike, one of the classic characters from Mario who throws a big spike ball. And they are also adding Pokies from Super Mario World. The little stacky guys. And he was also, was he in Super Mario World only? I think. I don't know my Mario lore. Dudes that, like the spiky dudes that stack on top of each other and then you can have Yoshi eat them. And if you play
they look like cactuses.
Yeah. And then if you play during the night stage, they kind of float around in the air like a dragon. And if you play in the snow, they're snowmen. So that's pretty adorable. Yeah, so that's coming to the Super Mario, and then also a few other things like more speedrun stuff. The Ninja speedrun. So basically, just the time challenge courses made by Nintendo, just to speedrun.
Nice.
So there you go. That's all the new stuff coming in Mario Maker version 2.0 free update. Mark, you can go.
Looks like according. Oh, let me bring it up. Shit. If I remember correctly, the newest iPhone, according to 9to5 Mac, they rumored that
iPhone 9.
should have no ports on it. It's completely wireless charging.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, the
Not too much
2021
beyond.
model. That's the one they're doing, theoretically.
Yeah. Pretty weird.
I'm excited. I think that's super cool.
The last Sony State of Play.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out this Tuesday.
Yeah, it is. Guess who's gonna be watching it?
9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Guess who's gonna be waking up at 9 a.m. on Tuesday?
6 a.m. Pacific Time for those in the West Coast.
That's way too fucking early.
I don't understand why it's that
That's
early.
some like Nintendo level. Hey, we're only doing this at our Kyoto office early.
Yeah, I don't. Doesn't make any sense. It'll be around 20 minutes, and they said they will guaranteed that they were going to have new releases, new game footage, and a lot more that you're not going to want to miss this one because it's going to be amazing. So supposedly they'll talk about Resident Evil 3 Remake, The Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy 7.
Probably Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep, that's on there. And go from there. And I'm assuming they'll probably replay a lot of this stuff if they are going to be at the Video Game Awards, because the Video Game Awards, I guess, is going to have a lot of
10 unannounced games. 10
That's awesome.
World premiere.
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. So, Tuesday.
Like half of them are Final Fantasy remakes.
Yeah. All Final Fantasy remakes. Yeah, we're remaking one.
I'm super curious to see what part 2 of that game is going to be. If the whole first game is Midgar.
It's probably going to be all the second disc. And then part 3 is going to be all the third disc. There you go. Congratulations. I just made Square a bunch of money.
James, what do you got?
Do you want to do the list or my list, or wait a second? I say we wait a second.
Yeah, we can wait.
YouTube did a good. Holy shit, did they do finally not an oopsie. All right.
Like what?
So, they changed some of their policies regarding video games. So, before, when you played things like violent video games, so like your Call of Duties, your Red Deads, etc.,
Grand Theft Auto.
They classified that under kind of not advertiser friendly. they kind of treated it the same way as if you were to put like straight up like fucking murder on the website. You know, it's not advertiser friendly, so you get fucked with the demonetization.
Yes, you do.
Well,
'Cause it
now
seems to branch out to the rest of your channel too.
exactly. Well, now they're going to treat it as something completely different. So they're not going to treat it as the same as like regular violence would be shown. They're treating it as video game, kind of like with movies and stuff. They're going to treat it as fictional violence. So what that means for creators is that you're not going to get hit with the demonetization or the dreaded not advertiser friendly yellow cash money sign on your videos as consistent. Now, this does not include things that are going to be like, hey, here's the top 10 goriest kills in Mortal Kombat. That's still going to get demonetized super quick. But if you're just playing, say, Mortal Kombat, for example, if you're playing it or playing Call of Duty, you don't have to worry because you're not going to get that demonetization hammer hit right down on you. So basically, from the article, scripted or simulated violent content found in video games will be treated the same as other types of scripted content. What does this mean for creators? Future gaming uploads will include uploads that include scripted or simulated violence may be approved instead of being age restricted. 2, there will be fewer restrictions on violence in video games, but this policy still maintains our high bar to protect audience from real-world violence. And 3, we may still age regulate content if violence or gory imagery is the sole focus of the video. For instance, if the video focuses entirely on the most graphically violent parts of a video game. So, holy shit, it seems like it's been a fucking year, but YouTube did not do an oopsie. They did it good.
Do you consider the rewind they made, which is on par to be the...
You mean the Watch Mojo video?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's different YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those who didn't go really quick sidebar, so those who don't know, YouTube last year, each year they do a rewind. The best things that happened on YouTube or in general.
Is that video that says that you can't thumbs down this video because it has everything
you liked?
Yeah.
So last year they made a video, and it became the most disliked video in the history of YouTube. 17 million dislikes. A video YouTube made is the most disliked on YouTube. So this year, they did exactly what Schroeder just said. Last year I made a video you didn't like, but this year, here's everything you did like. So literally they made a video of them counting down the top most liked videos of YouTube, the top most watched videos on YouTube, the biggest creators, the biggest up-and-comers, and there was another category. It was 5 categories of a top 10.
And then, like, best gaming video, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We were in a couple of those.
It was on par now to be the most disliked video on YouTube. It has 6 million dislikes in less than a week.
The only thing I have to say about that is that at least it wasn't as objectively bad as last year's Rewind. Last year's Rewind was a fucking joke.
That's funny.
I feel like this year only has so many specifically because they told you not to dislike it.
Well, I think so too, because they were like, hey, okay, you guys disliked the video last year, so here's a video of everything you liked. Do not dislike this video. And everyone's like, fuck you.
Because you have a bunch of edgy, spiteful little kids on the platform. So I'm like, eh.
Yeah. 50 million views in 3 days. 6.2 million dislikes in 3 days, which puts it on par to be the most disliked YouTube video in
history.
In history.
That's great.
If it keeps on this pace, by the end of the month, it'll be the most disliked YouTube video in history of YouTube.
Nice.
For the second year in a row.
That's good. It's a fun publicity piece. Yeah. Like,
if that happens again, do you think they keep making these?
Oh yeah, they will.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. It's a staple of the year. They've been doing
Yeah.
the rewinds for what, 5 years now, 6 years now?
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
to
but
be.
if people are
also
shitting on it,
But that's the
no.
point of it.
All,
Yeah.
all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, that's
It is
true.
getting massive amount. I don't care what anybody says. That's factual.
Yep.
Bro, they even say like when analytics, people that dislike your video,
Oh, it still helps.
It still
Yeah,
helps because
it's
it's people
consistent
interacting with your
Yeah.
channel. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
massive
So-
amounts of
Yeah,
it.
but
That's
if I-
16 million people who decided to fully engage.
yeah.
That's
50
great.
million people have seen the video, so I don't see why they're gonna be like, yeah, okay. If I was the person who curated this video, though, seeing that for the second year in a row, this is on par to be that, I'd be like, fucking A, people. Like,
At this point, I'd make it like, how many dislikes can I get?
yeah.
Let's go as
All
high
of
as humanly
them.
possible.
Yeah.
Last
would
year
be
they weren't
all of
expecting it
them.
though. Last year they weren't expecting it at all.
How
This
did you
year
do
I can
before
see them.
last year?
It was way better.
Oh.
It was. I don't understand. Last year it was weird. It was.
Last year didn't
Oh,
focus
last-
on the creators
before.
at all.
Well, the year before it was better. They did a huge mashup of music songs.
Yeah, 2
Last
years
year
ago.
they basically talked about like overcoming adversity and shit, and like things like that, where people were like, "This is fucking stupid."
World News.
Yeah,
Probably because of the
Will
way that
fucking
they've been
Smith
handling.
was in it.
yeah. Will Smith, Mark Ass Brownlee. It's the guy. His name is Marcus Brownlee, but he
Marquise
pronounced
Brownlee.
Marquise.
But Will Smith pronounced it Marcus. Like it sounded like he said Mark Ass Brownlee. So everyone made fun of that.
Yeah, it
Um,
kind of took the U out of YouTube. That's what YouTube's
Yeah.
been doing for years now.
Yeah, they talked about politics. They talked about like the world essentially not being together. They talked about like different countries struggling and shit, and everyone's like, "This isn't fucking what we want to see. We want to see upbeat, like
We wanna-
mashups of music and shit."
We want to see
Right.
the creators that we like and enjoy on your rewind because they're the ones that are making your platform what it is.
Yeah,
and No matter how much they say, fucking the Ellen DeGeneres show isn't bringing people. Your Ellen DeGeneres clips aren't bringing people to your platform and keeping them there. Not
Yeah.
the Late Show or not this movie trailer. That's not what bringing people to your platform. That's what people come to your platform for. They come for everyone. You, me, Mark, Schroeder, Nate, fucking Markiplier, fucking PewDiePie, fucking James Charles, fucking all these people. That's who they come to see.
Yep.
Not someone who they can watch on their fucking 1930s tube television that they somehow get to work by attaching a metal coat hanger to the back of it to get your 3 channels.
Ye old boob tube.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, last year's was way too. I don't even know what it was. It was bad, but yeah, this year's was better, but it still wasn't good. Fucking KSI was in it like 3 times,
Yeah, he was.
Blech.
which is hilarious that they had him and not Logan Paul. Mr. Beast was in there a ton. He had.
Well, Mr. Beast is a straight saint.
Oh, he
He's a
is.
straight Saint Seiya.
Number 7 most viewed curator, and he had the number 1 most liked video of 2019. Mr. Beast did.
Just waiting for him to post a video. It's like, I will give everyone who likes this video $100.
So fucking nice.
Please.
Speaking of YouTube, really quick, based off that video, Minecraft was the most viewed
Game.
as a whole by nearly 40 billion views.
Jesus.
That's how much more it beat number 2.
Well,
It just
number 2 is like what,
annihilated
Fortnite?
every game.
Number 2 is like
Number 2 is Fortnite. Fortnite, Minecraft had 100 billion views as a whole for Minecraft. 100 billion people watched a Minecraft video on YouTube. Fortnite had 60 billion. Number 3 was Grand Theft Auto 5 at 40, and Roblox was number 4 at 30 billion. Grand Theft Auto, that's super fucking high. 40 billion views for Grand Theft Auto
Well,
5.
it also goes into you look at how it is with the streaming world too. I mean, it was
Yeah.
this year that the roleplay servers became big. That's when it really took off and running.
That is 100% for sure.
They did
'Cause
they did
those are
some more
funny.
analytics. 4 billion views out of the 100 billion. 4 billion views of Minecraft came from PewDiePie's channel.
Doesn't surprise me.
Because the Monday Night Minecraft with like him, Keemstar.
Grande.
4
His little clips are funny too. You ever see the one where he's like, "My name is PewDiePie and I'm the fastest man on the earth," and then he like,
Oh
he goes
yeah,
like,
the memes.
"Yeah, die chicken!" He throws the chicken into
The
the
memes
food
people
house.
make. Oh yeah, that's great.
No,
The
he
fucking-
made it. It's just a funny video. It's really
Yep.
short, but it's just like, it's funny.
4 billion views from one person.
Mhm.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
I don't even want to. I want money wise, how much that translates. That's just unreal.
Not a lot.
Millions
Could
of
you
dollars.
imagine-
Not a lot.
Could you imagine if all those people were
It's
doing
not.
something
No.
more
Well,
productive?
I mean, it is a lot, but I mean, like, not as much as you think.
Oh my god, no! Someone took that time to do something else other than watching Minecraft for 100 billion times. That's a lot. The
That's
internet,
a
man.
lot.
That's
Oh.
People put a lot of time into it.
Well, they put
Yeah.
PewDiePie also on that list too, because him and his
PewDiePie
wife.
was the biggest creator.
Yeah, and one of the biggest videos was his wedding.
Yeah, number 2 was the most liked video of last year, and then there was he was the most viewed creator. T Series won something. I don't remember what T Series won.
They were the first channel to
yeah.
to hit
100 billion.
100 million.
100 million, yeah.
100 million
Views.
subscribers, which doesn't count
Yeah.
because it's mostly bots.
Yeah, the most liked video was Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello from Senorita. Most liked dance video was Chatmas Dance. I don't know what that is. Most viewed game in history. Well, in history, most viewed game was Minecraft. Beauty videos was James Charles. Breakout creator was Loud. Most viewed creator was PewDiePie. And then the first company to hit 100 million subscribers was T Series. But so yeah, the internet's becoming a thing, man. Video games in
Yeah,
general, though.
Internet's
just-
becoming a thing, guys. In case you
is.
guys didn't know, the internet is now starting to pop off.
It is. Well, it's just crazy to think that a video game was the most watched thing on the internet this
I don't
past
know.
year.
I feel like that makes sense. I mean, like video games kind of
Especially
Well, it's
Minecraft.
awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's just crazy to think about, all the other shit that's going on in the world, that a video game is what takes precedent over everything.
But yeah, that's the thing
It's
is
awesome.
like it causes you to be able to disassociate with every other bad thing
It's
in
an
the world.
escape.
So why would you watch why would you watch negativity when you can just watch people like hit chickens and each other?
Oh no, I completely agree with that. No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's awesome that's a
Right.
that's a thing. It's crazy how even the difference a year makes.
Mhm.
Like this is literally tripled from what it was last year, which is awesome. So, anywho, going back off of YouTube, Mark or James, when you guys want to go?
Sure, I'll say what I have real quick. Looks like TikTok's parent company ByteDance is being sued for allegedly violating child privacy laws and
Nice.
collecting the data of young users through the music app.
Good
Uh,
Way to go, Nate. Your
Formerly
TikTok app.
yeah, so on December 3rd, a handful of, I want to say mothers or family members, made a class action lawsuit against good old ByteDance here about the COPPA, or the Children's Online Privacy Act, which prevents social media companies from obtaining and collecting the data of children without explicit parental permission. So that's a fun one.
That's
Same thing as Vine,
that
though.
may be the most asinine lawsuit I've ever.
A lot of companies got screwed for it.
Yeah.
Like They actually say. Where was I reading it? Never mind.
While you're looking for that, I just want to say something about that and every other item, and this falls directly back into like the whole coppice shit that I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago on the podcast, but me and James knew we'd end up ranting for way too long, and we were already at like 2.5 hours. But it's not their fucking job to moderate who is on their platform. They tell you 13 and up, period. That is who is allowed on the platform, and then from there, your fucking parent should be the moderator.
That might have been the problem. Is that there wasn't something coming up saying you have to be this age.
There is though. When you sign in, create an account, it asks you, "Are you this age?" And then it has the terms and conditions, which, mind you, are there, so they cannot be faulted for that. Whether you decided to read everything or not is not their fault.
Yeah. Well,
You
okay.
can check.
So the terms and conditions aren't legally binding.
Still collecting data
Yeah.
for mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like,
Kids
Talking about,
cannot
it's collecting
say
their
yes.
videos. Is that what they're saying? It's their data.
No.
Just being
There's no
online in
actual
general.
private information on them. There's no information to technically collect.
Would
It
you
would have
consider
to be
your
the
face
videos.
to be private? Would you consider
No.
videos of yourself to be private?
No, not even
Would
a
you
little bit.
consider
Depends on
your
where you're
email
at.
address being private?
Not
But
even a
what
little.
if you're 13?
Yeah.
You should not have an email. You should not be able to go on like anything. But if they give you the option, then you consented. You are able to have consent at pretty much any age, as long as you're not under like 12.
And how much do you put on the parents for that too? Because if a kid
It's
has an
entirely
email,
there.
did the kid just create it himself and the parents didn't know, which could happen.
Mhm.
But if they have a cell phone, obviously their parents got them the cell phone.
And they
Things
have to
along
have an
those
email
lines.
to make to. I guarantee 90% of them are iPhones, so you have to have an iCloud. So therefore, like they knew that they were having an email, or unless they're like parented under a master iCloud account, which you can do, of course. And even there's no way to stop this kid if they want onto an app. They're gonna do it. I can't tell you how many video games and whatnot I insisted. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check the 18 plus button because I'm 18 when I was 12 years old.
Porn sites.
Yep.
Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Definitely.
I'll be whatever you want me to be, baby.
I'm 73. What do you mean 18? But no, like, I don't think it's.
What year were you born? You just scroll the wheel down.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't think it's these apps' job to like completely dictate all of that. Like they give you it, they tell you what's allowed, they tell you what's not allowed. Any further than that, like if some parent wants to sue a company for their kid being on their app, that is the parent's fault. That is not the thing's fault. It's kind of like the same thing we were talking about a while ago, Schroeder, with the whole like digital soapbox and everything. Like, I guess it would fall into a similar wheelhouse, maybe not exactly the same, but like they're moderating everyone exactly the same, whether you are 13 or you are 20. It is
Well, as a digital
verbatim.
soapbox,
It
you're
just
not
matters if
allowed.
you're collecting their data
Yeah.
or not.
That's a thing.
That's kind of a bigger problem. It doesn't really matter
Because
that
like,
if they're 13 in public. It just
do you
matters that
know-
you're collecting information.
Do you know, Nate, 100% what data they are or aren't collecting on TikTok? No,
So-
you don't.
I
Because
mean,
there's shit
I
it
have
doesn't
one
tell
and I
you.
put everything in it.
You know, real quick, my little thought on that, because I've been seeing ads for like DuckDuckGo and these other things that don't, collect your.
That's what I use.
I like targeted ads.
Me too.
Yes.
I like them. Give me targeted ads. Collect whatever you need so I'm not seeing shit that I don't care about. I see ads for things that are awesome that I have no idea what's coming out. I see ads for movies that I'm actually interested in. I don't see ads for female feminine products anymore, and that makes me happy. And I know you guys probably hadn't thought about that. When was the last time you seen an ad targeted for a female?
No.
I remember when I used to.
Yep.
I remember when I used to see ads for all types of stuff that
I
I
worked with a girl
I'll
last
never
year.
have any interest in. This.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Huh?
I've gotten a few in the past little bit about
Like,
things
what
like
data are they-
like diapers and stuff, but that was for something completely different.
That's
That,
something
that I
else.
brought it on
Like-
myself.
Should we sue Facebook too then?
But that's the other
Well, I
thing
mean,
too. Is
Technically, yeah.
fa-
Let me Google it.
none of these platforms are supposed to be able now the collecting of data is a separate thing. I do believe, but as far as like any type of curating, they're not allowed to do that because you're a soapbox, and we already talked about that in the past.
Isn't there a bunch of like lawsuits against Facebook for that shit?
Oh
though,
yeah,
now?
yeah, a ton.
That's what I thought.
There should be because you're
Oh,
you're not allowed to dictate what is on the platform, and be safe from the repercussions, because the difference between being, if you're a soapbox, that means anybody can step on top of you and say whatever they want, and you're free from any legal issue because anybody's allowed to do it and you're not allowed to curate it. But as soon as you go into curating it, that's when you become a news distribution. What is that called when it's there's a different name for it when you curate it. You're no longer a soapbox. You are now a media outlet.
But that would be
because you are dictating what is allowed, like what and then that's when you do become legally responsible, because you're saying what is allowed and what is not allowed. So you're not a soapbox anymore.
Oh,
because I was on the side where it was like, well, it's technically their platform, so they can do what they want, and that was my mentality for a long time. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. You can't be safe. yeah, literally. There are laws against it that say that if you're a soapbox, in a nutshell, if you are a soapbox and anybody can say whatever they want, you're immune because you're not dictating what's allowed. You're not curating it. But as soon as you curate it, you're a media outlet, and now you are responsible for the content, because if you're going to stop that, then you should have stopped this too.
And then that, and then this, and then so on and so forth.
And then the other thing, and
right.
No, you should have stopped this because of that, because you allowed this content to exist, you are now responsible for the outcomes that happened due to it. Because you stopped this dude, so you should have stopped this dude's too. Versus the immunity that comes from, hey, anybody can do whatever they want. Just leave me out of it. All I did was put a thing up, a bulletin board.
Agreed. So here's the thing real fast about specifically the TikTok. One, it was settled a day after it came out. They reached a settlement of 1.1 million. And because it wasn't worth anything more. And here's another big thing.
Because they didn't want it to go to the Supreme Court.
Exactly. And then
there's no one that it wouldn't go anywhere. Because
that's why
they just released right here. This is released right here. The only
here's
personal
$2 million
information that is physically able to be put on the app is 1, phone number, email, photo, and bio. You literally log onto the internet on any possible social media website. That is all there, and then 30 times more. There's no reason that people should be up in arms about this. If you have the internet, you're at fucking risk to begin with. I think it's completely absurd to assault any company that would have, put in your email and bio, and okay, well, now we have it. It's collected. It's going to fucking happen.
You needed to log in.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. And to have an account, you can put a bio.
Can't do that if you're 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Correct, because 12-year-olds aren't on the app, or at least are not supposed to.
I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah. to play the think of the children card.
There are methods in place to stop them.
Yeah.
No, there are safeguards, but it's the internet. You can get through anything.
And that's when they countersue all the parents for allowing their children on a platform and violating terms.
Well, and I think they didn't want it.
But those aren't legally binding.
Yeah.
TOS aren't legally binding.
I think that something potentially more could have went on with this, and that's why they decided, okay, here's
if anything,
$1.5 million. Let's just end it now before something bigger comes out of it, because people can just find the longer people have, the more that they can find, and the more they can dig up.
And also,
here's another part
it kind of to help not smear shit all over that company too.
Yeah,
probably
because they want to get it done
and
over with as soon as possible, so they don't end up like Vine.
And
lead.
Go for it. No.
Continue. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it costs a lot of money for these companies to have these lawyers. You know, and lawyers aren't cheap. Trust me, I know.
Especially at that level.
Here's the other lead allegation with this thing, which I think that some of you actually may end up changing your mind about. The lead allegation is that the information is publicly available for other users to see. That is what the majority of people are upset about. How the fuck are you mad about that when it's social media? It doesn't make any sense. That is the most.
There's no button for hiding.
You have the option to make your account private. It's completely there. It's right on the front. It's a big red
But the
button.
purpose of TikTok, though, is to make
Is
funny
it?
videos for people to see.
Exactly.
Correct, but you have the complete option to safeguard your account. It's a big red button that you slide. And it's
Or
like
to safeguard
private.
your child's account.
Exactly. Like, I just think it's absolutely absurd.
Unfortunately, at the end of the day, it's like
It's done and
companies can do as much as they can to like prevent this stuff, but like we talked about, like you go to an adult website. Are you over the age of 18? Yes. Okay, welcome.
Hell
Boom.
yeah. I
And
am
everything's
an
right
adult.
there.
Comes up though.
Yeah,
The
it's just
thing
like there's gonna be ways around it. Unfortunately, it sucks.
now this is gonna be like on the same, but for a completely different issue. 100%, you should do exactly what Jewel has you do when you try to order something. You have to take a picture of your ID stating you are of age, and then send that.
No way.
Why?
No way. No way. Your ID number?
No,
Your
you,
ID.
you take.
If you take a
your
photo
ID
of your ID,
is
your
in
ID
now.
number's on there. Huh?
Okay.
You're not even supposed to photocopy it like when they do at the fucking notary and stuff. That and your social security card. Those are two numbers you're not supposed to let leave
Social, I
your
agree.
possession.
Social is
You're
correct.
And you're supposed to treat your license number in the same regards. But
Yeah.
nobody does because they don't tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
your license, your ID number is a huge deal. You're supposed to keep that private. That bothers me that any company would make you take a photo of your ID and send it to them. I think you should use a valid credit card. You could just use the last 4 digits or whatever. And if you do that, you're 18. And you know what? If a kid grabs their parent's ID and does that, well, then that's the parent's fault, 100%. Like,
I'm surprised you can buy. Well, I guess you can buy guns offline. But the guns then go to a center where then you have to go and pick them up, and that's when they run your credit and shit. I'm surprised you can buy tobacco and shit offline.
Yeah.
It's Jewel. It's
Yeah, vape
not
stuff's no
tobacco though.
Well, you
yeah,
still have to be
that's very
18.
true.
Yeah, I didn't need to
Fine.
do this when
for
I had
for an
to.
addictive substance.
I didn't have to do
Yeah.
this when I ordered cigars online.
No, okay. So the reason Jewel put that in place is because they were sick.
Oh, yeah.
They kept getting attacked because young kids were keep getting a hold of Jewels, and like they were just going online and clicking the 18+ button and calling it a day.
Mhm.
So I don't know exactly what because I've never ordered Jewel pods offline. I just when I did Jewel, I would just walk a fucking Circle K that's a stone throw away from my house.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
or okay, my fault. The Lawrence Park and Go.
There you go. There you
Yeah, because I think in order for you to have a credit card, you have to
You
be
have
able
to
to
be
sign
18.
a contract.
You have to be
And in order
18.
to
Yeah.
sign a contract, you have to be 18.
And you have to have
Yeah.
your, social security number and that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
which,
Yeah. I agree with that.
You really
Give it to the
care
bank
about
so
when
you can
you're-
have
You can't have a debit card without being 18. You can't go to
Unless-
a bank and sign up.
Maybe 16.
unless it's a part of a another account.
Well, yeah, you can be 16, but your parents have to be a part of it, don't they?
That's like 40.
Yeah.
That's like no, I'd say that's about 50% true because I was 15 years old and had my own personal, no parent or anything, PayPal card. You can 100% still do debit cards and stuff like that. Under the age, actually, I may have been 16. I might have correct myself, but I still had that. That's how I got my money on my job, and my allowance was sent over through.
No,
a
they might
PayPal
have
card.
changed it then. Because when I was 16, my mom had to be
Yeah, same here.
on the account. I was the primary, but she had to
No,
basically
yeah,
like
for a
co-sign.
traditional bank, you are correct.
Yeah.
But for like PayPal or our Cash
okay.
App card, even,
that wasn't a
or
thing back
Venmo
then, so-
card, it's the same thing. Like you have a access to money, and you have a card that you can physically swipe
the
everywhere.
internet is the Wild West.
When I
It
was
is.
16, the
All
internet wasn't a
rules.
thing.
You know what? I had a client the other day ask me about the
It was,
parental
but-
controls on a computer and all that other stuff, and I gave her some basic information and some stuff to look up to help her with it. But I told her, I'm like, look, when it comes down to it, it's gonna your child and the internet. It's gonna come down to how you teach them.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
there's always ways around things. You can put your parental security on and you can lock things down and track them and do all this other stuff. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, you got to train your child to not be an idiot on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have the conversations with them about things that are out there and try to give them that let them know what the red flags are. And she's just like, it's like that now, huh? And I'm like, yeah, that's in a nutshell, that's what it comes down to. So
Really does.
The big thing. Continue, sir.
Like, and parents, the thing is, and I'm not one, so maybe I have no real place in saying these things, but it seems that, and it's really difficult because a lot of parents will not get involved. Like this whole thing with the TikTok thing. The parents should be the ones looking over the user agreement, looking over what is allowed, what is not allowed, and then they should grab their kid's phone and be like, no, you ain't getting that app. No. So it should be how it goes. Yeah, but parents there's too many distractions in the world, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure every parent out there would like for them to be that person. Everybody strives for that, but
it's not who people are as a whole.
If we're to be real, I mean, people are distracted by stuff and don't know how to do it, and then the kid knows more than they do. So
absolutely,
your 11-year-old daughter is texting her boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's so funny. The looks on these girls. It seems to be the girls react way more than the boys, but the looks on the girl's face when I explain to mom that Find My iPhone.
The guys are like, what the fuck ever. I mean, if you want to know where I'm
the
at.
little 13-year-old girl just looks so mad right now.
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes
That's the funny thing, though.
Their eyes get all big, like, you just fucking leaked this shit.
So you brought up
Fucking
iPhone, which is something I was actually about to bring up. Funny enough, I was watching a TikTok the other day, and it had there was a video of how well screen time can work. If you get to a certain period of time during the day, and you have a parental master account for iCloud, because like I was saying earlier, you can do that. You can have your family under you, and then they just straight up nixed everything except what was her like Bible verses, her school thing, and like 3 other things. Like texting was off, Facebook was off,
Merry
TikTok
Christmas.
was off. Like
you just got a fancy paperweight.
Yeah, no, that's one of the cool features. Like I have an iPad for my oldest son. It's the same thing where you can turn off everything from this time to this time, and basically do whatever, which is cool. I don't know if Android has that, but
they do.
You can also completely restrict downloading of certain apps. Anything that
Microsoft has that too. By the way, for those who don't know, for Windows 10, they have that ability where you can set up times where the internet is completely shut off and you can only have access to Word, things along those lines, and then you can turn it back on whenever you want.
Time for homework.
Write an essay, bitch.
Yep.
Give me a 15-page essay on why I should turn the internet back on.
Yeah.
On my desk by tomorrow morning.
I'll think about it when the principal resolves.
Yeah, that's some good.
Like,
so there is ways, but obviously at the end of the day, too, if you got a smart-ass child, there's ways around it. Hopefully they don't figure it out, but
they will.
If someone wants something, they will get it.
Oh yeah, you just change. All you gotta do is switch up the search terms a little bit, make them a little more vague.
One of the
I did it as a kid.
One of the greatest things that I was taught by my mother when I was younger is, listen, hey, I know when I was your age, I had a very strict household. So I went out behind my parents' back and I did all the worst shit possible.
Yep.
As long as, you're smart and you don't do anything stupid bad, it's fine. Just basically telling the kids to do common sense.
My mom's
and when you're in super doubt, call someone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Second opinion.
Like
my mom's what's up?
Like, back in my high school days, I did a lot of partying and drinking and that kind of stuff. She was like, listen, just give me a call. Don't do anything stupid. Give me a call. I'm not going to narc you out. I'm not going to narc any of your friends out. Because I did all this shit. She did all that stuff. So.
Exactly.
That's how it.
Just be straightforward.
Exactly.
Don't lie.
The biggest thing for my family was just like, don't come home in a cop car.
Exactly.
Don't fucking like get yourself into a position where you could die. I mean, I personally like I have a couple of friends who like partake in certain things, but like I've always been like an adrenaline junkie, so like don't get hurt. I got hurt quite a few times, but but like that's the
Paying the
thing.
insurance premiums.
Exactly. Like my mom, as I get older, I find out more and more. My mom was basically a fucking hood, like not like a hood rat, but like did some crazy ass shit. And like you just find more and more shit out. So like they're like, I get it, because my mom, she had a semi-strict home, but she lived right across. She lived right over the where the gates are for Waldemir. Her and her sisters, because she has tons of sisters. She has like four. They would hop the fence and go hang out in Waldemir at fucking nighttime.
Yep.
Like they would just go do a bunch of crazy shit all the time, and like they went to parties. Then like my mom actually picked up my cousin who went to this festival a couple years back. He was like just turned 18 or 19 or something, and I mind you, he did a few different things, and he ended up completely disassociating, bad trip type shit. And my mom was the one to call because she was the only one that isn't a fucking like gonna give you a lecture. It's, hey, you're alive. Now I give you a fucking giant a bucket, throw up in that, stay on my porch, have a good night.
There you go.
And we came up
after you got better, then you get the talking to.
like she was
listen,
just like,
don't do this shit.
yeah, basically like her thing was just like, hey, learn to pace yourself. If you're gonna do it, you're an adult. If you're going to do something, pace yourself. As long as you don't die, and also as long as you don't get like sent to jail.
It's fine.
Because like my mom, yeah, it was. We ended up coming home, and I found him on my fucking porch as he was like dazed and confused, like as literal as that movie can be, dazed and confused on my porch. I'm like, so how you feeling there, bud? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know what's going on. I'm not at the festival anymore, and that's as far as I've gotten so far.
That's funny. One benefit though that the kids don't have to deal with nowadays and get made fun of for it, that when they go to Dick's.com, it takes them to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
Back when the internet first started, it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah, it was
Whitehouse.com.
So it was always a fun conversation when my older brother would search the browser history from websites, and one of the main ones was Dick's.com, and my mom always put a question mark next to that. Like, it was Dick's Sporting Goods, and I had to spell the whole word out. Like,
Oh my!
But they have since bought that domain name, so at least kids don't have to go through that struggle
Yeah,
anymore.
doesn't it auto put you to Dick's Sporting Goods after you type Dick's.com?
Yeah,
The old-
That's what I
yeah.
you guys
They had
remember
a
Joe cartoon.
Oh,
yep. Yeah, they had a. I wonder how much
sure
money
they-
that the company who owned Dick's.com sold that domain to Dick's Sporting Goods for. It had to be millions.
Probably a lot.
So like semi on the same topic, but does any jib jab?
Jib jab, yes.
Dude, jib jab. So essentially, it was like historical figures, and like you could create your own cards and shit. And they would just like say the most obscene things. Like there was one with like talking shit on like Dick Cheney and swearing up a fucking storm during the song, like "My Land Is Your Land." It was ridiculous, and like they just fucking kept. They showed it in school because we had to teach. Like didn't give a shit as long as like you.
There were
didn't
those
get caught.
videos that put your face like on like animations and shit. For those who don't know.
they had their own.
The elf.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
I do remember those.
that's your life advice from the Level Unlock podcast
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah,
So,
teach
you're
your kids
welcome.
to be smart on the internet, and you should have problems.
Let's get back to the
We're
news.
not qualified for this, just so you know.
We're actually all
Lockers.
have master's degree in therapists, being
I don't have to go to school for
psychiatrist.
30 years. I'd be down.
Game news here. Let's
What's up,
get
Mathis?
back in that. I guess something really quick for Sword and Shield.
What's up? What's with Sword and Shield?
How to unlock Mew in Sword and Shield?
How do you unlock Mew in Sword and Shield?
To unlock Mew, you need to have a Pokemon Ball Plus.
Yeah, you do. I'm
Pokeball
actually thinking
Plus,
about getting one. Legit,
Um,
thinking about getting one.
They're so sold out. I
They
cannot
are
find them.
because they're $20 for like Black
Yeah.
Friday.
I had like 13 people ask me, like, how can I get one of them? Right now, I
can't.
guess
You
you just can't.
So all you have to do is connect your Pokeball Plus to your Sword and Shield, and a mystical Pokemon appears on your screen, and you claim it, and it's Mew.
Same
Nice.
thing happened
Rid-
with Let's Go.
Yep. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee
Can
last
you
year.
can you just let like your friend hook up his thing? Because like I know a friend of mine had. I don't have one of those
I thought they were serial
Nintendo
based, but I could
Switches,
be.
I don't know.
but there was some event going on Pokemon Go where if you linked the two, it gave you something cool.
I don't know if it's linked specifically to that particular ball. I don't know if that has the technology in it or not to
We
do
have the
that.
technology.
Maybe.
But do they have the technology for $20?
Exactly. Anybody else got any news? I got a couple more things.
I got
Got
some
it.
things too.
Go ahead. James.
All right, so the worst kept secret in video games might have just been leaked.
Oh,
All right,
Interesting.
so apparently, art has appeared on the PlayStation Store for Resident Evil 3 Remake. Fucking shocker, I know. So apparently, it showed up while people were like kind of mining a little bit on the PlayStation Store of Biohazard 3, Biohazard RE3, and then Resident Evil 3 Remake, showing a pretty fucking cool nemesis.
That's awesome.
Can't lie. Yeah, the worst kept secret in all of gaming this year was, hey, are they going to make a Resident Evil remake for 3? And yeah, they are. Don't even fucking.
Well, you're not supposed to find. You're not supposed to know until Tuesday. So
Well, no,
pretend like
no.
you don't know.
Well, maybe Tuesday. Yeah,
Maybe Tuesday.
maybe Tuesday. Who knows? Another big announcement. At least for me, Persona 5 Royal Edition is coming to the West on 3/31/20.
Nice.
So you can play Persona 5 again and spend another like fucking 100 hours playing that game. Yay! I bought the collector's edition. I got that pre-ordered on lock. I immediately got that on lock. So that's cool. Can't wait to go back to Persona. The same month that fucking month that Cyberpunk and fucking Final Fantasy VII comes out.
Just alternated every day, every other day. Play a different game.
I won't have the time. I don't have the time for these video games.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out next year.
There's
a lot.
so much.
If fucking Watch
It's
Dogs was coming out on
front-loaded.
time, you'd have that as well.
It's so
Watch Dogs
front-loaded.
got pushed back though.
Didn't it get pushed back to March?
It got pushed back, but it was supposed to be released earlier.
Yeah, but didn't it get pushed back to Smarch?
Yeah, it did. But I'm just saying, if it didn't, you'd have
Fucking
4
Watch
games.
Dogs too. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be playing the fuck out of that game.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot if you get it in January.
Yeah, I got that pre-ordered.
So there's 4 games right there, literally in the first 2 months of 2020.
I'll be playing City Skylines
I
There you go.
fucking hate that game.
and The Sims.
I fucking hate City Skylines. Give me a goddamn tutorial, you fucking
Why?
cowards. How do I do anything? I don't know. I played that game. I'm like, I wanna play a little Sim City. So I go and pop it on. I download it because it's with Game Pass. So I download the Windows 10 version, and I'm just playing it. And I'm like, how the fuck do I do anything? How do I connect, electrical lines so things get power? How do I connect, water lines so things get water? I don't know. Everyone's yelling at me because I don't have power. And I'm like, I don't want to scan the internet to find out how to do a basic rudimentary thing in your fucking video game. Paradox Interactive, make a fucking video. Or I don't know who it is. Sounds like a Paradox.
Whoever
thing,
it
but
is.
Whoever it is, just fuck you. All right, put in a goddamn tutorial, or hell, I would even be happy with a fucking 58 million page README file. I would be fine
Game
with
facts,
that.
baby.
No, I shouldn't have to do that for something basic in your fucking game.
God.
Well, yeah.
Fucking trigger, man. It's a
Yeah.
trigger area.
So James, are you upset?
It's an alright game.
Love it. What about you, Mark? What do you got?
Looks like Bethesda's killing Elder Scrolls Legends.
I
they
forgot
were
that was a
supposed to be-
thing.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a huge content update in December, but they decided to hold
It's a
all
huge content
content
update.
development for the foreseeable future.
That is a huge huge content update. Just killing
They
it.
just shut it off.
That's the biggest content update of the year.
Speaking of Bethesda, Fallout 76, an update is coming soon with solo play.
Wow. I wonder if it's going to be populated with other
Solo
people.
play and festive challenges, and you can get a free trial.
Free trial of your $100 fucking service?
Yep, it's called Update 16. It comes out this Tuesday.
Oh, fuck me.
They need a new team of people working on this. They need a new team of people.
Bethesda just needs to close down for a year, and they need to pull like a Russia and just close off the doors and just figure shit out, and then come back being like, "Oh yeah, we're best now."
I bet like a GoFundMe Kickstarter type, just I don't know, creation kit mod development crew could make something more than.
Yeah, the option of solo play will use private worlds. They are using two options.
Private.
Yeah. They are using 2 options to its private servers: team only and all friends.
We saw how well the word "private" worked last time.
If they got it working properly, it might be kind of nice, but it's.
Fuck.
They're literally grasping at straw.
Mark, I think that if they were just to do what they do with the ARC servers, everything would be good, right? Am I wrong to think this? If they were just to let it go and leave it be and just basically take the exact same thing ARC did,
it
would make
sense.
sense.
I feel like whenever they developed it, they just made it in a way that there isn't. They just made it in a very like non-effective way, like. So the way I was thinking about this is like, what would happen if Bethesda just was like, here's all the servers, here's the files to host your own server locally, like pretty much every other game does. And I was just like, well, if you want to keep your items or characters, that has to get synced across the server. So like somehow that would have to, like Bethesda would have to sync to every local server, which wouldn't be difficult. It's just they have to do that, and at that point they're losing money.
But that requires work.
They're not selling their subscription service anymore. Yeah, and it requires people to actually pay.
Yeah, part of the update is go ahead, Schroeder. Were you gonna say?
Just what if they were just like you host your own, like the 5M servers and like the ARC, host Havoc servers and the.
What's the point of Fallout First? Can't make any money.
Wow, what's the point of Fallout First right now?
God, why? I wish all these companies would just let the things exist the way they're supposed to exist. Microtransactions are cool with mobile. Free games with microtransactions on mobile, I'm cool with, right? Microtransactions for cosmetics, awesome. Microtransactions for, I don't know, super long-term server-based MMOs. Makes sense. It just makes sense that they would have to do that. But like, actually, it seems like that's like most of the stuff, isn't it?
I've never had a problem with microtransactions as long as they don't allow you to break the game. Like unless you can just get like 30 miles ahead. Like that was my fucking biggest issue with playing Neverwinter. You could just level up by paying for it, and I thought that was absurd.
That's okay. So that's pretty much how most MMOs are. They give you the option to like level to a certain point if you pay money. But here's the thing that like people don't do that in things like Final Fantasy 14.
Right.
Well, people do it, but it's they don't know how to play the class.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can level all the way up to wherever the next expansion is, the entry to the next expansion, but you don't know how to play that character. So good luck trying to fight the raids, dipshit.
Like the only game that I think that has done that specific thing well was getting like the token when you played Destiny 2. If you got this game edition, you got to go to level 50. And then you would be able to play through the game and not get fucking wrecked through the entire game. But it didn't cause you to be better than anyone in Crucible. Because the biggest thing that I love about Crucible is it's equal. No matter what. You are equal whether you're using even with, like, when you have people using rocket launchers, yes, it's going to be more powerful than a typical like assault rifle or whatever, but that's how it's supposed to be.
All the
So if you have a
rocket
rocket versus a
launchers-
rocket,
All the rocket launchers have the same values. All the assault rifles have the same values. Pistols, shotguns, etc.
I feel like if you're going to do a level buff kind of thing, that's how type aspect of it.
You'd hope so.
In theory, it's like communism, great on paper.
The last part of this update, really quick, is the holiday event. Gorged enemies will appear in the game from the 12th to the 26th, dressed in holiday attire, such as Santa Claus's suit. If you spot them or hear their jingle bells, go hunt them down, and you can, by killing them, win a holiday gift.
Oh, so you steal
the
the
holiday
fucking
gift
presents that they were gonna give to someone else. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you unwrap
Oh,
the
thank
present,
God.
and there's a low, medium, or high quality, including a lump of coal.
Probably just low all the time.
You have to be a
Like,
Fallout First
99%
subscriber
drop
to
rate.
get the highest one.
Did
Oh,
I
it was
freeze
like-
by chance?
It was like that one
No,
event
you're
that they
here.
had that everybody was trying to get that like star mask, and it was like a 0.000%
Three?
chance.
Yeah.
That you get
Yeah,
it.
it says it's anywhere from a lump of coal to really high, rare plans, which I don't know what those are.
So I'm
Craft
just
plans.
confused. What are we talking about? Because my thing froze and has to like.
Oh, it was
90% of
the
whatever was just talked
What
about.
update?
if
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, the holiday update. If you kill the enemies, they
You can
Drop
kill.
Christmas
You can
presents.
kill Santa to steal his presents.
pretty much.
Yeah.
James, what do you got?
All right, so we all know there's two things that we love here: Minecraft and Jesus.
Facts. Bless.
That's the story. No,
That's it.
the actual story is let's
Hence the
combine
Christian Minecraft
let-
server.
Catholic.
No,
Oh
ours.
yeah, ours is the Christian Minecraft server. So this is a Catholic Minecraft server. So
This is like an actual thing.
this is an
Yes.
actual legitimate thing. So Father Robert Balancer is a Jesuit priest who's previously studied engineering in Silicon Valley. Hopes to introduce the Vatican's Minecraft server as a place where players can express themselves in a less toxic environment than they may find in games. So pretty much
So-
this really cool dude from the Vatican, who's I'm legit following on Twitter because he's a rad dude. He just posts memes all the time. It's great. Is making a Minecraft server from the Vatican City,
So what you're saying
approved
is
by the Pope.
it's a priest luring kids to play on a server.
Yes,
Hmm.
exactly.
I'm curious about this though. So like, I feel like it's the same concept as like people like trying to like involve everyone, and like everyone has like equal value, and like everyone's ideals are treated the same. What happens, like, say I go in there and I can freely express myself, that I say if this was like 4-5 years ago, I was studying Levianism, and if I walk in there and be like, hey, I'm a Levianist and I want to meet some people to just hang out, I don't care who you are, I guarantee you a lot of these people are going to attack the shit out of anyone who does not follow the same belief. I feel like that's going to happen. I mean, like, it's
don't know.
expected, but
I guess it's mainly for, people of, Catholicism.
Strong Catholic beliefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a way for them to communicate and hang out as a Catholic.
Roman Catholicism. That's
Yeah.
it. Only Roman.
The Roman Catholics.
Roman
That's
Catholics
cool.
only.
oh yes,
they can-
broken inclusivity.
Yep. And then they can do their own thing over there.
Yep.
You know,
That's
Put
fine.
Minecraft together.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
play
guys do
Minecraft
that over
together.
there. I'm gonna do this over here. They're gonna do that over there.
Minecraft for Jesus.
Nothing wrong with that. That's good.
So this one's getting praised, which is awesome. Like, I genuinely do think it's a cool idea. What if like the Church of Satan one? Would that not be like assaulted by the internet?
No,
No, I'd
this
be
is the
pretty down
It
internet.
shouldn't be. Yeah.
This,
And
I,
then
I,
they
I
do it, and then
definitely
they're-
play on the Church of Satan's server.
Yeah, and then they're doing their thing over there. That's the nice thing about the internet. They're over there doing that.
exactly.
No doubt.
I mean,
Yeah, everybody can do their own thing.
Anything on the internet's
But
gonna
it's the
trigger
internet.
somebody in
We
some
don't-
way.
We're not allowed to do our own thing. It's the internet.
Yeah, people
Well, I
will be
mean,
triggered
you don't
one
have
way or
to.
the other. So
Yeah, and you don't have to get involved.
Yeah.
That's the other
no,
thing.
no matter what, oh, that's a Satanist group. What the blah blah. People, oh, this is a Catholic group. Blah 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 blah.
At least
Everyone
they're
gets
sacrificing sheep online instead of.
Meh.
It's true.
See, that's the thing. Are they hurting anybody? No. Well, let them do their
Leave them
thing.
the fuck alone, man.
People find
Who cares?
people find ways to get triggered over stupid
America.
shit. Unfortunately,
Do what you want. You a grown up. If I want to eat Oreos 20 minutes before bed,
You're gonna
I
have a
might
bad
eat a whole
time.
sleeve of fucking Oreos.
You're gonna have a bad time, but it's you can do it. It's your God-given
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I'll be
What
upset
about
about it
ice cream for
tomorrow, but
breakfast?
I'll be falling asleep in a great mood.
exactly.
Filled with
No, you won't. Have you ever
won't.
done that?
No.
Like- Oh, yes. Not yesterday, the day before, but once a day, the prior 4 days, I ate a sleeve of cookies while laying in bed watching The Office before delightfully falling off into.
That is a
And
fucking
And then it's
bold,
3 days of hell.
That's a bold
And I woke up
face
every
lie
day with
right
a
there.
stomach that felt like poop the next day.
See, again, like I
It's
wouldn't be able
America.
to sleep because my fucking
America.
stomach would be like, "Kill me now."
No.
Aren't you like a little bit lactose? Like, don't you have a lactose problem though?
I do.
That must be you. Oh, that sounds like a you
That's
problem.
me.
Sucks to suck. This is Walker says.
Ah.
Give me someone give me an Oreo Blizzard. That's my kryptonite.
Fucking
There you go.
send it.
Right?
I'm gonna
So
be.
now
Oreo
you
blizzards
fucking-
are banging.
Give me.
whole pizza and 24 inches of sub. I'm excited, and then the
Thank
next
you.
day,
Internet.
That sounds like a problem.
I ate 40 pizzas in the past 30 days. I'm
Oh.
My wife
completely
left me.
rational.
That one's hard. Eating
Yeah.
pizza before bed, that one is.
See, I can do pizza before bed.
I don't think that one's worth it.
I can
Yeah.
do pizza before bed.
Not me. That one does.
The only
you
one
give
that
me-
ever
that one's
fucks
rough.
me up is drinking like a big ass thing of coffee before bed, because then I feel like all like slow.
But hold the phone. Why would you
Why are you
do
drinking
that?
coffee
Yeah,
before
why are
bed?
you drinking coffee before bed?
Because if I drink coffee, I get tired. ADHD,
Backwards.
it works the opposite way. Caffeine doesn't influence someone who has ADHD.
So hold
It's
on.
not just
Okay,
'cause
hold
it's a
on.
hot drink.
Let's unpack this a little bit.
Try hot chocolate
Okay.
next time. See
Let's
if
un-
that helps.
I can't.
What
I
if
can't
you-
vouch for it. I haven't, but I hate coffee, so I can't say if it.
What about if it's decaf?
I love cold coffee.
Like,
I'd
have you
imagine
ever have you ever tried decaf? And then
No, I
it-
haven't gotten bad coffee.
Does it like do the exact opposite for you? Does decaf
fucking
coffee
crack.
make you more wired?
No, I stay in my permanent state of like, what the fuck is going on? Everything's moving life.
I like it.
I
No,
wonder
like
how,
seriously
I
though,
wonder
like,
how well decaf coffee sells.
I
That's
feel
just-
like
what's the
relatively well for it
point?
to stay around.
What's the fucking
Yeah.
point of decaf coffee? Oh, I
You
like
just
the
drink
taste.
tea
Of,
at that point.
I like
honestly.
the taste of
Well,
coffee.
it's-
Who says
I guess
that?
if you really like it.
Sugar-free
I-
Red Bull. That's a huge seller.
Ugh.
Yeah, but hold on,
It's
wait,
another one
hold the
that's like,
fucking
ugh.
phone though, Chief. I like
Another
me
one
my
that's
sugar-free
nasty.
Red Bull,
Pause.
Any diet drink.
but it still has like the taurine and all the B vitamins and stuff, just minus the sugar. So it still
Yeah,
has
that's
the
true.
same effect.
So you just want
Decaf
bad
coffee
Red Bull?
is a decaf
what he's saying,
coffee
Mark.
is a
That's what
spit
he's saying, Mark.
in the face of coffee.
Yeah.
I love the flavor of coffee. I like black coffee
You're
too.
fucking weird, man.
I never really liked
know.
coffee. I tried. I can never did it.
Every
I like
time,
coffee.
every
Coffee.
time,
Walker.
With various coffee creamers like pumpkin spice.
Nope.
every
And,
time coffee is freely available to me,
Mint chocolate's really
I
good.
try coffee, and I'm always like, "This is disgusting."
Yeah, I've tried it multiple times. I've had people make like iced coffees for me, like fucking to the point where it's just literally like caramel or hazelnut.
Ugh.
Like you can't taste anything else, and I still fucking like.
I don't like flavored coffee. Like there's very few coffees I'll get that, but like mainly I like black coffee.
The only,
Yeah, I
the
Call me a
only,
fucking sinner. I suppose.
the only kind of coffee I'll have is chai tea lattes. I'll drink that shit all the time. Yo, not sponsored by Red Bull, but sponsored by Red Bull.
Like, I guess my big thing like with that is just
These coconut ones are super good.
when you
Gross.
have it
Coconut's
I guess-
disgusting. Get the fuck out of here.
by all mentality time. When you have ADHD, drink coffee, and if your children has ADHD, give them a little bit. Do not give them a whole fucking cup because it stunts your growth.
You just do
One
what my
quick
parents
note.
did. Body slamming through a coffee table.
There you go. One quick thing: if you do
I
have
like to sleep.
ADHD, or any type of like hyper disorder, like so, I have ADHD, and when I was in the middle of
couldn't
my
tell.
like working out, yeah, I know, right? In the middle of my working out phase, there's a thing. It's called it's like pre-workout.
Oh yeah, C4 and shit. Ooh. Oh.
So
Give your kids pre-workout.
I took well, yeah, don't give your kids pre-workout. I took that shit at 9:30 at night, thinking, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take it at 9:30 at night. Go to the gym at 10. By the time I'm done, it's gonna be worn off.
No.
At
No,
5
this is
o'clock
not
in the
even
morning,
close.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was doing push-ups and crunches in my living room, trying to wear it off so I could go to fucking sleep.
That's what it's
Fucking-
supposed to do.
Dude, pre-workout's a goddamn beast. Like that shit's
My wife walks in the living room at 5 o'clock in the morning. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, doing burpees. I'm jumping in the air, doing jumping jacks and shit. I'm
I
like,
want to go to bed.
it's like I'm just trying to fucking go to sleep, but I'm so hyped up. My heart's going. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So like, did you feel like you were zooming, or was it? Because for me, at least personally, when I take pre-workout, back when I used to go to the gym a lot, I would never feel like I'm fucking bursting, but like I just feel like I have to do something. Like I have to be moving. Like I have to go, and I go. But
Yeah, it wasn't like
zoom.
I wasn't like freaking out, but it was
Right.
like I had like I can't go to sleep. I closed my eyes just immediately. Waking back up, like I couldn't like just lay there. I'm like, okay, I gotta go do something. So yeah, I
Mhm.
literally found myself doing push-ups and fucking crunches and jumping jacks at 5 a.m. just trying to go to bed. I was like, I'm never taking that again after 4 p.m. It's like, fuck, that shit lasted forever. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna work out hard, and then I'm good to go. Nope. Like, nope, that did not work out my plan at all. Because I was still revving the go 7 hours later.
Nice.
Um, Huge sidebar, but Mark, what news do you have? What do you got next?
Oh jeez.
Yeah, remember we're doing a video game news show, remember?
Oh yeah, video game news.
Shit.
There was this one dude earlier this month that made this one game in Python called AI Dungeon 2, which is, if you're a fan of text adventure games, you're going to be a fan of this because it's AI powered and it's a text adventure.
Whoa.
What does that mean? It means you can fucking do anything you fucking want, dude.
Damn.
I played it for like
Anything
2
you
hours
want.
yesterday, and you could do whatever you want. Like I spawned in as a wizard, and there's like, oh, you have to. My quest was like to defeat these 3 creatures, and I like trained to learn how to defeat each one of them individually, and then I defeated all of them, and then I met the king and queen, and then I hit it off with the queen, and then I banged the queen, and then I convinced the queen to kill her husband, and then I became king. Yeah,
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
you can do fucking anything. So if you're interested in playing this game, it's called AI Dungeon 2. It's aidungeon.io. It's a free game, and then you pretty much import it to your Google Drive because it requires like a 12 gigabyte GPU to run. So
That's hilarious.
would recommend if you're looking into playing something for some time or just wasting some time. Next thing I have is that it looks like the Studio Ghibli movies are going to be released
they are.
on digital platforms.
Yeah, they
So
are.
you'll see them on iTunes,
Fuck
Amazon
you,
Prime, Google
Disney.
Play Store.
You didn't put that on fucking stream anywhere, you fucks. Your best goddamn movies that you had. Fuck off with your bullshit.
So we get to see that soon. It doesn't look like there's any announcement for streaming services yet, but we'll see that pretty soon. Next thing I have is that there's a 10-cent Nintendo Switch version coming out on December 10th for $300 in China.
China.
Pretty straightforward. Plex is launching its own free movie and TV streaming service. They're partnering with major studios such as MGM, Lionsgate, Legendary, and of course Warner Brothers, who are the people that own Plex, if I remember correctly.
So now you can legally
Oh, no,
stream
they
those
teamed-
movies on your Plex server.
It looks like they actually teamed up with Warner Brothers, so yeah, you can watch all of those movies and stuff with ads. They also do have a pay for it version, but it's not too fully fledged yet.
Nice.
Nice.
Next thing, Riot Games looks like they're they announced a third-party publisher that they're making called Riot Forge. So they're looking to incorporate the League universe with third-party developers. So they created a publisher specifically
Well,
to do that.
Aren't they making like 5 games, 5 League of Legends games, like a first-person
Like-
shooter, a fighting game, and
They,
other
they
things we don't
announced
know
like
about?
a shit ton of games, and they say they have a lot of games in development, but they're not announcing like who they're partnering with until they want to announce those games.
Have they started paying their female workers actual wages? That's the real question.
I like it.
The last thing that I have is it seems that podcasts can now earn Pulitzer prizes.
Oh, when are we
So,
getting ours?
That's cool.
The award can go to work categorized by revelatory reporting and illuminating storytelling.
That would be us,
Um,
right there.
Yeah, so you can get a Pulitzer Prize if actually Paul has.
Yeah, guys,
Everyone
but do we really want another one?
Everyone tweet at Joseph F. Pulitzer and tell him to give us an award.
That's all that I have for gaming news.
I have one last thing.
Have at it.
Go ahead, bro, and I'll finish mine, then we can do your list.
So, you guys remember when the Nintendo Switch online service, the SNES and NES games, when they said, hey, we're not doing it monthly anymore?
Yep.
Guess
Just
what?
dropping them whenever.
Here are 6 new ones coming out. So, it's been a hot minute since this happened last. So, it's expanding, offering 50 NES and 24 SNES games. So, here are the games. Where are the games?
Exactly.
What the fuck? You had them here before. Okay, so here are the Super Nintendo games. You have Super Punch-Out, fucking
Nice.
banger. Kirby Superstars, absolute banger. And Breath of Fire 2. And then Star Fox 2 is going to be on here. And then the NES titles are Crystallis, and then Journey to Silius. So there you go.
Nice. A couple things for me, obviously. Season 1 update of Call of Duty launched. They already have a new update that came on. They removed all night maps from hard.
Nice.
As anytime you played hardcore, you had a 90% chance of getting a night map.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was a huge fuck in the system, and so they just removed night completely from hardcore.
Smart.
Which we haven't played any night mode in regular either. So,
I played a night mode about 2 to 3 hours ago.
did you?
It's still canceled.
I
There
haven't.
was a,
Yeah, I
there was
haven't
a
seen
span
any.
when I don't think you were playing with us, Walker, but there was a span of like 5 games in a row where we got night maps.
Really?
It was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we played one. Infected and everything like that was included is there, but it is not in the mode that we expected it to be. It is in custom.
Nice.
It is still rumored that it will be an actual mode that is available for online play, but as of right now, Infected is a custom mode only.
Super quick
assuming-
sidebar on that.
Yeah.
Try not to cut you off. My apologies.
No, you're fine, go ahead.
So when was the one you're currently reading released? Because I read one earlier that's saying it is for sure coming to public matches. It just hasn't worked out the kinks for the game yet, which I don't understand why they can't just realistically put over Infected like every other fucking game. But whatever. But it is not. It is going to be coming in a future update, but it's not like supposedly coming. If supposedly it is for sure, not supposedly it might be coming. I guess I should say. So will be getting that along with the 3v3 gunfight as well.
Yep. Yeah, that was all promised in season 1, which is awesome.
Your thing that you love about play, I actually ended up getting thrown into a match earlier. Had to go pick up the weapons, so that is available now.
Oh, nice. Good shit. Yeah, that was a cool concept. The Nintendo Switch had its best weekend in United States on Black Friday weekend sold 830,000 units, which was the best-selling weekend per se in Nintendo history of America, which is crazy. It was one of the most sold consoles of Black Friday weekend. So good job,
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Our Best Buy probably did like 13% of that, which is still substantial because we sold so fucking.
Hey man, now that the Switch has a lot of games on it, it's like people are just people want it now.
Speaking of the Switch, Overwatch 2 is coming to the Switch on launch day of Overwatch.
Hell yeah!
For anyone that cares.
I'm excited.
That's still happening.
Yeah, still happening.
Absolutely.
So Nintendo is thriving right now.
Yeah, because Nintendo is dead. Their company's dead. They're not gonna make video games anymore.
So good job, Nintendo. Halo Reach, for those who didn't know, the Halo Master Chief Collection released on Steam this past week.
Kind of.
It's the Master Chief Collection with the option to only play Halo Reach.
Yeah, they released Halo Reach this week.
Yeah, nevertheless, it is Steam's most downloaded and most played game in the last 10 years.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's fucking Halo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Halo.
If you're not playing Halo, what are you doing?
Yeah. So good job to them or Steam for capitalizing on that. It immediately within minutes went to #1 played game on the top rated within minutes of it being available, which was expected. Speaking of Microsoft,
when it came out, it was the top streamed game on Twitch for a while.
Yep. And last but not least, speaking of Microsoft, more news has come out for the next generation of consoles. It has been confirmed that there will be different tiers of the Xbox Scarlet, Project Scarlet. One is called the Lockhart. It'll be a less expensive disk driveless system that is more cost effective for the consumer.
The Xbox SAD 2.
And then there is another one called Code Anaconda that will be a less powerful version of X. So basically you have the almighty, and then the cheap digital-only version. It is not said when the other two will be released, but they are eventually going to do what they have now. They have the 1X, 1S, the 1S digital.
The SAD.
So the same concept will be releasing for the new systems as well. It is unknown if the Lockhart version will be available on launch day, the digital only, so they have two options. Most likely not, but you never know.
I'm just
we'll
surprised
find out
they're
next
gonna
year.
be dropping these guys that quickly because I figured they would do what they've been doing the past I don't know how many years, releasing them as the year goes on or as like the next year and a half, 2 years goes on for like the X, the S, and the digital. If they're going to allow all of them to be out, they're not going to have much room to compete with Sony because Sony's, as far as I know, just releasing the PS5. Then they're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, rumor has
it is rumored that that $150 Xbox actually sold a ton.
It's a $150 Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
so
it's gonna sell.
Makes sense that it would, yeah.
So despite it not being very powerful, it supposedly it did phenomenal when it comes to sales, like number wise.
And Nate, rumor has it that the Sony's gonna release like a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation 5 Pro on launch day. Yeah. I'm
confused on where they would Pro, since the 5's already going to be top tier. What are they going to do?
Probably the 5 Pro will do, I don't know, will probably have the ray tracing and maybe like the 8K capabilities, while the 5 will do 4K with no ray tracing. It's the only thing I can think of.
So, like, I guess considering they're probably not going to do an all digital, do you think they would have the Pro do the previously rumored, then debunked, but not debunked to the point it's never coming, but like not for that one, the theoretical solid state cartridges? Or do you think they'll keep the disk drive in that one as well?
Disk drive.
Yeah,
I think so.
Disk drive.
When do you think solid state cartridges would come then? Next gen?
I don't think so. That was
I think we're far off in that. People are so accustomed to discs.
Well, in that, I mean,
I mean, it's the same thing as buying a fucking
They're just gonna
cartridge for your
download.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
but
thing.
gonna download 'em.
here's the thing though.
Yeah, downloading's becoming huge too.
Here's the thing though. Sony, unless they invent and like make the the cartridges, I'm
Mhm.
sure they're not gonna put it in their stuff.
That's fair. Yeah,
Because-
that's fair.
Sony's never done cartridges. For them to change that,
Well, no, the
that would
Vita.
be a huge.
The Vita had
Oh, yeah.
cartridges. Hey,
Kind of.
sold. No, yeah, that's straight up
If you
cartridges.
if you want to be technical too, I mean,
I thought it had
PSP
mini discs.
the PSP even wasn't a mini disc; it was a disc
UMD.
within a white cartridge.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I remember the mini discs.
It would still have the disc spinner, but technically that is a cartridge.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever. I don't know if that a
Technically,
cartridge
you're a
technically is a
cartridge.
UMD, whatever you said. The difference there, but
UMDs are the future, guys. That's all we need to know.
So
yeah, that's what we're gonna get for the next fucking PlayStation.
hmm Everyone's going to use
fucking-
UMDs and memory stick duos.
Hell yeah.
what's your list, James? 'Cause that's all I got for news as well.
All right, so since we talked about it earlier on the podcast, the PlayStation 1 turned 25.
Yes, it did.
So why not? Let's take a look at a list from last year. The 25 best PlayStation 1 games.
Final Fantasy VII's on there.
This is from Games Radar. I guarantee Final Fantasy VII's number 1.
If Spyro's not there, I'm having a.
All right, so
Yeah, nipsh.
so number 25 is Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassin. So Tenchu, really good game. They're great games. Stealth action, all that good stuff. Made by FromSoft.
Okay.
Number 24 is Klonoa, the Door to Phantomiel. Okay. Klonoa is a 2.5D. Oh. Klonoa is a 2.5D. Fucking Games Radar. Stop loading all your goddamn ads.
But
Sorry, guys. Games Radar is breaking my goddamn computer.
Suspense.
What?
Games
I
Radar.
lost audio.
No, I froze because
No, you
games.
didn't.
Because
Oh.
No, it's the website he's using.
yeah, Games Radar is just loading like 15 billion ads. I got one on the top, one on the bottom, and one on the side. Please, let me. I need to install an ad blocker like real bad. Cause fuck this bullshit. This is ridiculous. Klonoa's 2.5D side scroller adventure game. Number 25, if it was, or whatever fucking number I'm on. 23 is Suikoden 2, the classic JRPG. 22 is Driver, You Are the Wheelman, classic driving game. I
That game
have
was fun. I remember
right
that
now.
one.
I have 4 ads on my screen. 4 ads. Number
love it.
21 is Spyro the Dragon.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, look, I got rid of like 4 of the ads. Sweet, now everything's running better. Number 20 is Spider-Man, the classic Neversoft game.
The one when like you couldn't go down, you could be on the with the.
Yeah,
You
Fuck
couldn't
yeah,
be on the
that
ground.
was
You had to.
so good.
the fart
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That game was.
Number 19 is Vagrant Story, another JRPG. 18 is Mega Man X4. Number 17 is R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, the arcade racing game. Number 16 is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Oh god, next page. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go.
Time to free.
I'm gonna try to cancel the loading before I even go in. Number 15 is Tomb Raider 2.
Okay.
14 is Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Number 13 is Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Oh, holy shit! Number 12 is Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
That shook the world right there.
I'm confused on one now.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I know. It's weird.
Crash.
Nah, I don't think Crash.
I better
11
not
is
see-
11 is Ape Escape.
Nice. That's a fucking
Ape,
OG game right there.
Ape Escape's great. Number 10 is
Number 2.
Tekken 3.
Okay.
9
Yeah, I
is
forgot Tekken's
Worms.
the game.
9 is Worms Armageddon. I didn't know that came out on a PS1.
I didn't know that came out on that either.
I played it on
Wait,
Dreamcast.
Beat Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I had
That's
the
so
credibility of
weird. Number 8 is Gran Turismo 2. Fun fact about Gran Turismo 2, there was a glitch in the game where you could not get 100%. It's
Really?
actually impossible. The game would actually delete some of the cars in your garage. The best you can get is 98.7% completion.
Ow. That's fuck.
Again, how do I know this? I just know it. Oh, yeah! Number 7's Parappa the Rappa.
Oh, that's
Oh
fine. I love
my
that game.
god.
Parappa the Rappa is great. Number 6 is my boy Silent Hill.
Okay. 1 or 2? Just 1?
1. 2 was on the
One.
PS2.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Number 5 is Twisted Metal 3. I was more of a Vigilante 8 guy myself.
Why number 3 specifically?
I
always played 2. I remember 2. Like, that was good.
Twisted Metal 3 gave us even more rapid... Okay, hold on. As soon as cars were invented, drivers dreamed of mounting machine guns on them and wreaking havoc on other motor vehicles, violently and without judgment. Twisted Metal gave us exactly that. Then Twisted Metal 2 gave us some more of that. Then Twisted Metal 3 gave us even more, wrapped it all up in a straitjacket, and set it on fire, creating one big ball of flaming absurdity. That's why.
That makes... Okay, I like that explanation.
Number 2 is RE2.
Okay, so then 1's already 1.
Number 3 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Again, I had that on Dreamcast. Tony Hawk's
Okay.
Pro Skaters 2 is probably the best in the series. Number 2 is Metal Gear Solid. Fuck, what's number 1? Anyone got any guesses of what number 1 is?
Crash Bandicoot. We still haven't heard Crash Bandicoot at all.
Not what I'm thinking, but what I think it deserves it. But not Parasite Eve as much as I would wish it would be.
Madden? No.
No.
I
Crash
think Crash
Bandicoot.
is probably what it is.
Crash
I
Bandicoot.
hope it's
wasn't
not
on there.
Crash.
Yeah, but it's like their
It
signature.
has to be.
Mario.
Crash
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3 have been on there.
It's probably something we've never heard of.
Legends of
Yeah, probably.
Dragoon. Please be Legends of Dragoon. It's not going to be Legends of Dragoon.
Yeah, because Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
Schroeder was
shit!
great.
I forgot
was-
this came out on here.
Oh, no, it's not that either.
Number 1 is Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh.
The game
okay.
that every fucking indie game ever made is based off of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think about it, everybody had that game.
I never played it.
Yeah.
I played it on an emulator. That's great.
I don't understand how Crash wasn't on the top 25. It's what rivaled Mario and Sonic. Like that was Sony's
I mean,
version of.
arguably that
Well-
would be Spyro. Spyro was like their head.
Well, no, it was
I'd
kind of
say-
it was
I would
Spyro
say
and Crash.
was bigger.
I think Spyro more because it was more of it was 3D. It was a fully 3D environment. You know, it was your Mario 64 or your Sonic Adventure.
Like for me at least, like the big four, the big four that just said PlayStation were always Spyro, Crash, Jack and Daxter, and Ratchet and Clank. Those were like the big tops.
I
Those
would
are my
say
favorite
I
games of
wouldn't
all time.
I wouldn't do Jack and Daxter. I would do Sly Cooper. But
Sly 2, yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah,
yeah, Sucker Punch. Notice how it's only 3 companies.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog,
Yeah.
Insomniac, which is now both of which are owned by Sony, and Sucker Punch, which is also owned by Sony.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
back then, that's
Insomniac
what it
wasn't
was.
owned back then.
That's true.
And back then, that's what it was. Though there was only like those games,
Mhm.
like those companies that made the games.
And then you had
Oh,
Metal
that
Gear.
was- And then you had Metal Gear.
That was
Yeah.
a weird fucking list. Let me tell you. I tell you what.
That's hilarious that Worms beat Final Fantasy.
As a man who is now playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time, I can say I enjoy Worms Armageddon way more.
Yeah, number 2 was better than number 1 for Tomb Raider, but Tomb Raider, like one of the original like 3D games,
Yeah.
3D animation. Like it was revolutionary for its time.
I mean, I would have liked to see Silent Hill up a little higher, but
No.
you know, Silent Hill 2 is the best. Best the series had to offer.
how many more years before PlayStation 2 becomes 25 years?
That came out in
surprised, like,
2000, so 2025.
Surprised like
Getting there.
Splinter Cell or nothing was on there either.
Splinter Cell was PS2.
Was it PS2? Okay.
Yeah, the only Tom Clancy game that could have been on the list was the original Rainbow Six.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, the original puzzle game, Intelligent Cube. That game was fucking hard.
What about Irritating
Basically,
Stick?
A line of cubes that roll down, and you have to like navigate through them.
Oh fuck.
What
Yeah.
did you say, James?
What about Irritating Stick? No one
Yeah.
talks about Irritating Stick.
Wipeout XL.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
Stick.
No one talks about Irritating Stick. It's
Crash Team Racing. I like that game.
Oh, yeah.
was
that was the Mario Kart killer.
that was the rival of Mario Kart 64.
Mario.
Those two battled head to head.
I'm Mario.
Ridge Racer.
CTR was objectively more.
I fucking remember Prapper to Rappa.
Prop the Rap. I have two somewhere.
I'm surprised
PS2.
8 or Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 9 wasn't.
I'm surprised 9 people don't like 8. There's a
Yeah,
there's a small
people love 9.
There's a small subsect of people that absolutely love 8, and they say every other Final Fantasy is nowhere near as good, but they're just such a small vocal minority. But then it's the battle between Final Fantasy 5 or Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 7, and Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, a lot of people are obsessed with 9. I'm surprised that wasn't on there.
9 was a love
Well-
letter to the series. Up until
Yeah.
that point, it was a love letter to the series.
I'm also a little surprised Duke Nukem, even though I know the majority, well, like here at least, don't like the game, but that was a fairly large game. Like the
But-
original Duke Nukem.
That's more of an MS DOS kind of game, though.
Yeah, that was PC.
Yeah.
No,
that-
I mean, I played it on PlayStation
Yeah.
1 as well.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, okay, Half-Life 1 was on PS2,
Okay.
so people associate that more with PC.
Yeah, that's fair.
Legend of
Dragoon.
Laga.
Oh,
How do
Legaia.
you think? Legaia, yeah. The
Can-
Final Fantasy 7 like copycat RPG.
Yeah, you
That's
want
why that's why it never did good, because it was too similar.
Well, if you want a really good RPG that's better than Final Fantasy 7, play Legends of Dragoon. That game is fantastic, and no one talks about it because
The
it's not
original-
Final Fantasy 7.
War game, Modern Warfare. That's what started the genre of war games, was Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare came out for the PS1.
Yo, hold on.
original.
Wasn't
Wait.
Medal of Honor on the PS1
Yeah,
as
Medal
well?
of Honor. Yeah,
Why the fuck wasn't that on there?
That's what I meant, Medal of Honor, not Modern Warfare. Sorry.
yeah.
I
No.
think it was.
Medal
on
of Honor was
PC
my
first.
shit.
Sorry,
Yeah, it
Medal of Honor. That's what I meant. I didn't mean Modern. Medal started the war genre, because then Medal of Honor and Call of Duty competed on the PS2, and unfortunately the Call of Duty won.
Well,
Mhm.
because most of the team that made Medal of Honor went over to make Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Wasn't Hitman on the PS1 as well, or was that 2?
PS2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, there were a lot of real bangers on the PlayStation 1.
Mhm.
The original Madden 98.
Mhm.
Not the original Madden, because you could play Madden for the
Super Nintendo.
Nintendo, but
John Madden
like the-
Football!
yeah, John Madden football. The actual Madden
The modern
out.
incarnation of Madden.
and 98.
I'm just happy Pro Skater 2 is on there.
Yeah. Tony Hawk's, those are always forever be classics.
Oh, yeah.
Dino Crisis.
Oh, yeah, Dino Crisis. That's a good game. That was a pretty fun Resident Evil clone. By the same company.
Yeah.
You want to play Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs?
Exactly. I mean, who could want more?
Just go to the arcade. It's still one of the most popular arcade games, isn't it? At most arcades.
House of the Dead?
Yeah, I was in
Yeah, it
early
is.
house.
Yo, they're remaking Typing of the Dead, and I'm happy. I'm excited about it. I
Good
actually,
shit.
I had Typing of the Dead on my Dreamcast. I had the keyboard and everything.
Did you really?
Yeah, have you guys ever seen footage from Typing of the Dead?
No.
Oh, so for those
I'll have
who
to look it
haven't, instead of having a gun, they had a keyboard strapped to the front of their body, and on the back was a Sega Dreamcast. And that's how you killed the zombies by typing out sentences as fast as you could.
Oh, it popped up and you had to type what showed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's fucking hilarious. Clout on the ear. That's hilarious. I like it. Well, good shit, boys. I got no more news.
Me neither.
It's
The
another early podcast day.
Yeah. The only news that I have is releases.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
To be honest.
Releases.com.
So we
You
have
remembered
until
this week.
yeah, I even remembered. We have until the 15th. Okay. So on the today, if you're in the Eastern Standard Time, Ashen comes out for the PS4 and Switch, and GTFO comes out for the PC. I forgot that was even a thing. Then on the 10th, you got Shovel Knight Showdown coming out for the Switch and PS4. You have Black Sad Under the Skin coming out for the PS4 and Switch. There's another Mech Warrior game coming out. Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries comes out on the PC on the 10th. Shovel Knight King of
I
Cards.
love those games.
They're great. Shovel Knight King of Cards, another Shovel Knight game, comes out on the 10th for the Switch and PS4. What the fuck is that?
Why are they bringing Call of
That's what
Juarez
she
to
said.
the
Yeah.
Switch?
Haha.
Avicii Invector comes out on the PS4 and PC on the 10th. Call of Juarez Gunslinger comes out on the Switch on the 10th. Riverbond comes out on the Switch on
Yeah,
the
that's a weird one.
10th. Terminator Resist. Is no one going to mention the Avicii game?
I mean, I just.
It's that's weird, right? Am I the only one that thinks that's weird?
What are they gonna do with it? Like, is it
Rhythm
gonna be
game?
a beat game?
Rhythm game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a rhythm game.
Terminator Resistance comes out for the PS4 and Xbone on the 10th. Rift Keeper comes out on the Xbone on the 10th. Hearthstone Descendants of Dragons comes out on the PC on the, you guessed it, the 10th. Boneworks comes out on the PC on the 10th. Dragon Quest Builders 2 comes out for the PC on the 10th. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD comes out on the PC on the 10th. The 11th, you have Headliner Novi News, Xbox One on the 11th. Ultimate Racing 2D comes out for the Xbox One on the 11th. Transport Fever 2 comes out for the PC on the 11th. Metalloid Origin comes out for the Xbone on the 11th. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, something of New York. The expansion for Masquerade Bloodlines, like a 10-year-old game, comes out on the PC on the 11th. Stone comes out on the Xbone on the 11th. The 12th, you got Pathologic
kinda
2
cool.
Part 1 on the Xbox. What game? What's cool?
So, for those who don't know what Stone is, did you guys ever hear the movie Sing
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
Stone was the guy who put on the play, not the play, but put on the show. Stone
The
was
Sing.
this. So this is he is a hungover he is a hungover koala detective.
Nice.
Stone embarks on a new journey outside of Sing. You need to find out what happens next.
Whoa.
So basically, they're taking his Sing character and making him a detective.
Whoa. Pathologic 2 Part 1 comes out on the Xbone on the 12th. Genso Skydrift comes out for the Switch and PC on the 12th. Cardpocalypse comes out for the Switch and PS4 on the 12th. Super Epic The Entertainment War comes out for the PC and PS4 on the 12th. Jamestown Plus comes out for the Switch and PC on the 12th. Detroit Become
Funny
Human shits itself onto the PC on the 12th. Dead End Job comes out for the Switch and PC on the 13th. Weekless comes out for the Xbox One on the 13th. Whew.
Really quick for movies, because there's a couple big. Where we at here? It 2 comes out on Blu-ray on the 10th. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt are. You get Oscar.
Quentin
out on the 10th.
Tarantino.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's 9th movie. For those who wanted to know. Where we at here? Where was the last one? And Jumanji, The Next Level, comes out on the 13th. can it repeat what it did 2 years ago, where it just absolutely destroyed Star Wars?
Probably.
Star Wars beat it on its initial weekend, and then Jumanji came back and beat it for a straight month.
Probably.
I guess it all depends how this Star Wars will do. So we'll see if Jumanji can have the same luck and become the highest grossing movie in Sony history, because Jumanji became that. If you don't include Spider-Man.
Spodeman.
If you include Spider-Man, then Spider-Man was the highest grossing movie of all time. If you don't,
Which Spider-Man?
Jumanji is the highest grossing Sony movie of all time.
Which Spider-Man?
So, both of them.
There's multiple. There's like
Well,
8
Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland, I assume, correct?
yeah,
Okay.
Homecoming and Far From Home.
Okay. Because there's 7 Spider-Man movies, man.
Sorry. Yeah, no. If you include those, Spider-Man is the highest. If you include the Tom Holland Spider-Man, they're the 2 highest grossing. If you don't, Jumanji, the one with The Rock and Kevin Hart, is the highest grossing Sony movie.
2 of those Spider-Man movies that should have never been made.
So we'll see if this second Jumanji has the same luck as it did 2 years ago. I highly doubt it. I feel that this Star Wars movie is gonna undo the bad things from number 8, but different director.
X to doubt. Sorry.
X to bad cop.
So, boys, that's a podcast.
Nice.
That
Sounds like
is
it.
a cast of the pod. A couple future things. Obviously, the next will be interesting when it comes to scheduling. We'll post as necessary. Next week, the 15th and the 22nd, Best Buy is extended hours. So
Yay.
it may not be all of us on the podcast. We'll be doing it one way or the other. Some of us may not be here based on schedule, and we may be doing it Monday instead of Sunday. We'll see how everything plays out, because Best Buy is open until 11 p.m. So 10 p.m. next Sunday, 11 p.m. the following Sunday. So based on what everyone works, we'll make it happen. So as well as keep an eye out for the year-end episode.
When are we doing the year-end episode?
Well, New Year's Day is on a Wednesday.
My dudes.
We can do it the 29th, which is that Sunday before New Year's Day. Kind of whenever
Well, no,
you
that's
guys want. Doesn't matter to
that's
me.
a regular podcast though. Do you want to have a regular podcast and then the end of the year, or do you want to just do an end of the year instead of the podcast?
Skip the 29th and go right to like the 1st or the 2nd.
It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me.
Well, we'll
We'll
figure
fig-
out.
we'll-
We'll
figure it
talk
out
it
off
out. We'll
stream.
talk it out.
And we'll talk it out. We'll let you guys know what we decide. So, but keep an eye out for that. We'll be doing all the year-end in review, best news, best games, what happened, what we like, and talk about this amazing epic year for the Level Knock podcast.
Inaugural
Where
year.
can we? Yeah, the inaugural year, the first one.
All right, guys.
It's
What's
gonna be
coming
exciting.
up? What's coming out?
James.
Well, so I kind of have an actual schedule now with streaming. Hopefully, can't wait for me to break
Nice.
that as soon as I say it. So
It's
hey,
how it always happens.
it is.
Bro.
Hey, do you guys like Pokemon?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So go watch me on Mondays and Tuesdays in the mornings, maybe, or night, who knows, when I stream Pokemon Shield. Hey, do you guys like Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
Hey, you can watch that on Fridays and Saturdays at night on twitch.tv/peopleIHateStudios. Hey, do you guys like Yakuza 0?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch me and my buddy play that on youtube.com/peopleIHateStudios. Same with Final Fantasy VII, the game that everyone hates. And then me and Nate are gonna be playing some fighting games tomorrow. Maybe, probably. Yeah, we're gonna play some.
More
fight-
than,
we're-
solid like 80%.
solid like 80% that we're gonna play
Yeah.
fighting games tomorrow. So those will be coming out in the near future on youtube.com/peopleIHateStudios. And then if you like,
Nice.
do you guys like spicy memes?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You can
We are monsters after all.
you can check those out at PeopleIHate10 on Twitter.
Nice. Mr. Jeffrey.
Yeah, probably just gonna be doing the best I can with the work schedule that's coming up. Gonna finish up Cuphead this week. I was supposed to do it last week, but I had a technical issue that I couldn't quite figure out. But I got it sorted out actually this evening while we were
Nice.
chilling.
Nice.
So we should be moving forward with regularly scheduled programming. So Cuphead on probably Wednesday. Thursday, the Battle Royale. Friday, something. I don't know. Sunday, this. That's about all I got set in stone.
like
Tuesday, I might do something on Tuesday, but that's up in the air. So, yeah. And then I can be found on Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch and YouTube and Team Splash Screen on Facebook and Instagram and Splash Screen G on the Twitter.
Good shit. What about you, Mark?
I still haven't figured out streaming yet. We'll get there.
One of these days.
I'll typically play games with these guys on Thursdays, and then I'm here on Sundays. You can find me on Twitch or YouTube at MarkDude701 or Instagram at Mark.exe.
I like it. Nathaniel.
So, I promise nothing, but
Same.
I'm gonna preface. I have no.
You promised nothing.
Yeah.
I was still disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars. Anyway, so theoretically, if everything works out and my thing doesn't want to just randomly disconnect on me like it did tonight for whatever reason, this is the second stream I'm running tonight because it just disconnected me, but that's cool. Anyway, I will hope to stream some more storyline for Reach if James is down and anyone else who wants to come in because it's 4 players for story.
players.
So feel free.
I can't.
I know,
stream it.
unfortunately, I was about to preface. Unfortunately, James's thing had last time didn't like that very much.
Really doesn't like
Which-
Reach.
I still don't understand why it's so CPU based when it could definitely use a dedicated graphics card, but all right. But yeah, that's the idea, is to do some Halo, possibly tomorrow night if people are down, because I got free time tomorrow night. Tuesday night, I actually had an idea because I know you tend to do technical Tuesdays. I was gonna see if you maybe wanted to shit about some things on Tuesday night, Schroeder, if that's a possibility, because
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I kind of want to bullshit
Maybe
about
we should do the show.
politics. Yeah, I kind of want to bullshit about like politics and shit with someone who enjoys talking politics and doesn't feel like they have to talk politics. Like we'll figure that out if you'd like. So possibly Monday and Tuesday has a schedule. Wednesday, I'm more than likely gonna be having a break. Wait, what's up?
Wednesday, my dudes.
Wednesday, my yeah, Wednesday's probably gonna be my break. Thursday night, back at it at the Battle Royale with Cheese, hanging out with Schroeder, Mark, and everyone else who decides to join.
Hopefully Walker. I already know.
Yeah, if Walker ever wants to fucking get on and not just eat while he's in the chat.
Did he do that last time?
Fucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Man's just chilling in
that's-
chat,
that's-
munching down.
That's such a Walker move.
Can't help it. I'm on my computer too. I literally had to just click over. Just...
Honest. But yeah, Friday on, we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna end up playing some custom games on COD. If I can get everyone here to go on to fucking Halo, I'd kind of like to get some form of scheduled custom games for Halo now. That's gonna be a lot of fun if we have the right person DMing and I take too long, too meticulous. So
Yeah.
if James wants to do that, he can DM in another platform as well.
I could DM in another platform. I could DM in as many platforms that isn't Dungeons and Dragons.
Speaking of that, because we talked about it before and then we all got it and now no one's talking about it. I still want to do fucking Dungeons and
You
Dragons.
just let me
soon.
know
we have
and
a
I will
DM who
I
would
will
love
shoot-
to do it.
I will shoot
Um,
the text message, my dude. Whenever
Saturday
you want
night
to.
social.
It's not like we're all in a group text together.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday
God,
nights is
Nate's
Fire
gone.
Emblem though.
Yep.
Yep, Nate is gone.
Nate's gone.
All right. How about you,
I love you, Nate.
Walker?
I was. Damn, I had a joke too. Son of a bitch, Nate.
Quick,
Anyways,
say the joke. Say the joke.
Oh, it's ruined now.
Well, what's the joke? I want to know now.
I was gonna ask him, what about Candace?
A little bit of usage
Oh,
because
there he
there's a
is.
lot of cool stuff on there. But yeah, that's me.
You just froze for like a minute straight, and you were talking the whole time. Like
My
nothing
audio is still
happened.
going through though.
No,
No.
you were just frozen on a
Oh.
screen.
So
Walker,
what
you
I
can say the
said-
joke.
I'll wait until we keep going.
So what I said was, go check out SoSickClothing.co. Use code YFKit for 15% off store wide. I do read the chat, you bastard. Anyway, I just wasn't right now. I'm talking. But yeah, go over to SoSickClothing.co. Use YFKit 15% off store wide. And as I was saying, even if you don't want to buy anything, go check out the page. They got a lot of cool shit on there. Maybe something piques your interest, maybe you don't. Just why not? It's just a link. Fucking send it. Yeah, that's all from me.
What about Candace, Nate?
Who the fuck is Candace?
Can this dick fit in your mouth?
Fucking got me good. Got me fucking.
I'm sorry, neighbors.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Your neighbors probably do have a strong dislike.
Oh, probably. Especially since their bedroom is like right on the other side.
Why wouldn't they?
Hell
Like
yeah.
it's a stone's. It's like an arm's length away almost.
I've been literally planning that for like 2 days straight. I'm like, I gotta find the right time to get Nate with this.
Clever boy. Clever boy.
That's all I've been thinking about. I was gonna do it earlier in the podcast, but
It's a good way to end it, I suppose.
and for myself, I need to get back into streaming. It's as simple as just hitting the
The
And
go
you
live
play
button.
enough fucking games.
Need to be like Nike and just do it, bro.
now fucking playing. I play video games pretty much every night, so I don't
Nah, he's more like Homer Simpson. Just do it later.
exactly. For myself, Captain Geach 15. Trying to figure out a way how to get rid of the 15 concept, but it's probably not going to happen.
Oh, it'll work
Um,
eventually.
But I've tried multiple different avenues, changing the Captain Geach, different abbreviations. Who knows who that fuck Captain Geach was super fucking popular. It's like, geez. I even
movie
went
for
back to putting
popular-
Captain underscore Geach, taking out the 15, and that's taken too.
Popular thing from popular movie is popular.
Exactly. Obviously this every Sunday, and then kind of doing whatever throughout the week. Call of Duty, Sea of Thieves, pretty much the only two games I play. Obviously did play Halo, but keeping that going. That's it for me though. So make sure you like, email us, levelandlockpodcast@gmail.com. You follow us, comment on our tweets, and show us some love at what, James?
No, I was gonna do a bet, but I decided not to. LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
Sure is. And from all of us at Level Unlock Podcast, thanks to you all for hanging out. Next Sunday. This is
Sunday.
Sunday. Have a good night, guys. Be easy.
Y'all
Thanks
have
for-
a solid.